Good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana, 16 regions, including Sankara FM Yendi, Laura FM Lauren, Radio Max Takradik, and Radio TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, principals of all 46 colleges of education enforces Gtech directive to freeze July salaries of striking Gtech members. Advertised all-out strike yesterday.
Because we got a letter from Gtech. In fact, it was Gtech that wrote a letter to us. And not until Gtech rise again, I think we cannot do the reverse.
Meanwhile, students are appealing to their teachers to return to the classroom.
Other ways they can resolve it so that we have our teachers back to the classroom. Because in any case, we just want our teachers to be back to the classroom as soon as possible so that academic work will begin.
Also, residents of Akomeah in the Central Region are accusing President Okudzeto of failing to fulfill his numerous promises to operationalize the Akomeah sugar factory.
Akudzeto amba Akomeah amba kasempe biama engine ndi basa wa gbelata so many years.
In business,
Government likely to commence Eurobond debt repayment this year, but that of bilateral creditors will start from 2026. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And later, former President Dr. Mills' family warns Okudzeto to cease defaming his legacy or face the consequences.
My family and I, we are going to stop Okudzeto in any way possible.
These and more with me, Mami Sinyamicha Thompson. Stay for details. Principals of all 46 colleges of education have enforced Gtech's directive to freeze July salaries of striking Gtech members. Gtech instructed the Controller and Accountant General's Department and the college principals to withhold these payments following the teachers' failure to return to the classroom. Meanwhile, Wednesday's meeting with government representatives ended in a stalemate. Professor Samuel Altintono, president of the Conference of Principals of Colleges of Education, insists until further instructions come, they'll go ahead to freeze the salaries.
But once the letter has come, there hasn't been any letter yet, so we have not processed.
Once you get a letter, you will comply, you will not process.
We have had fruitful engagement, so we're waiting to see the rest of the outcomes, then we'll see what to do. With what happened today, I'm also positive that the minister could also have a second look at that. Because we got a letter from Gtech. In fact, it was Gtech that wrote a letter to us, and not until Gtech rise again, I think we cannot do the reverse.
Professor Samuel Atintonu is president of the Conference of Principals of Colleges of Education. Meanwhile, students are appealing to their teachers to return to their posts. Swale Razak is the president of the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana.
We are appealing to government to implement the arbitration award as awarded the CTAG by the National Labour Commission so that we will get our teachers back to the classroom as soon as possible. We're really appealing to CTAG to be more considerate if there are other ways they can resolve it so that we have our teachers back to the classroom.
Now, former casual workers of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority are accusing the authority's management of showing no interest in paying their severance pay for more than 2 decades after being declared redundant. Spokesperson for these aggrieved workers, Moses Kwanaya, says over 4,000 individuals are affected from 2001 to 2002 by a World Bank program to restructure operations at the port. Tema correspondent Kwame Yanka has more.
In the last 2 decades, demand for compensation has traveled all the way to the Supreme Court, with the aggrieved workers petitioning the presidency. The former workers say they felt relieved with a letter from the presidency last year requesting Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority to consider compensating them on humanitarian grounds. However, these former workers are accusing the authority of turning blind eye to this directive. Spokesperson Moses Kwanaya says nothing will stop them from demanding what is rightfully theirs.
We need our money. We are suffering too much. Look at the system we find ourselves now. How can I take care of my family?
Meanwhile, Ghana Port and Harbours Authority in a release signed by General Manager Esther J.B. Donko says the authority paid the agreed workers a sum for their service as casual workers and same for permanent staff for the voluntary retirement as part of the redundancy.
And you had our correspondent Kwame Aka with that report. Now, residents of Akomeah in the Central Region are accusing President Akufo-Addo of failing to fulfill his numerous promises to operationalize the Akomeah sugar factory. They've expressed their frustration over government's decision to import raw and unrefined sugar after neglecting the factory for 8 years. Features editor Richard Kujunyakon reports.
The type of sugar we can grow here, all those things were not properly organized.
President Akufo-Addo making a promise to the people of Akomeah. That was 5 years ago.
By April, production will have begun of the sugar factory.
President Akufo-Addo promising the people of Akomeah again when the chiefs of Akomeah paid him a visit at the Jubilee House, and yet another promise in 2021.
By the first quarter of 2022, factory is going to start running again.
And another one in 2022. Other promises have been made to the people of Akomeah by the president, but each time their hopes are dashed.
So many years.
President Akufo-Addo says
second 4 years
consistent
also
lying to us. The last 4 years, he deceived and he deceived us in his second term as well. They have wasted the land. We could have used it to build a mansion. It is better than leaving it in the state in which it is now. People feel that the Akomeah Sugar Building is a deity.
Since 2015, what's up now? Meanwhile, what's my property?
Features editor Kojanyako with that report. Also, 12 remand prisoners at the Nsawa medium security prison, including a self-confessed Nigerian scammer, reclaimed their liberties on Wednesday when they were discharged by an ad hoc court in the penitentiary as part of the Justice for All program. Legal Affairs correspondent Latifi Trees report.
Ghana's prison population as at the end of May 2024 stood at 14,647. as against the authorized nationwide prison capacity of 10,265.
From the court proceedings today, I can only admonish investigators to be diligent and not leave the vulnerable remand inmates to languish in prison for months and in some cases for years.
As part of efforts to decongest the prisons, stakeholders in the justice delivery system are aggressively pushing for the community service bill to be passed into law.
Now, the family of the late President John Evans Mills has warned Okudzeto to stop denigrating their late sibling's name following a disagreement at the 12th anniversary wreath laying ceremony at Asomdwe Park. The conflict arose when Mr. Anyudo's event organized by the Mills Institute overran its scheduled time, delaying the NDC and J.E. Mills Memorial Heritage event. Samuel Mills, the late president's brother, expressed the family's frustration on Newsnight Wednesday, stating they've had enough and are ready to confront Mr. Anyudo.
My family and I, we are going to stop Okudzeto in any way possible, whether legal, spiritual, physical, or any other way. We are going to stop that guy immediately.
Do we have any timeline?
Stay tuned.
You're suggesting you're going to be using fair or foul means. Foul means illegality.
Any means necessary means any means necessary.
Well, any means necessary could also include illegal means.
Listen, take your definition of it, and I'm going to take my definition of it. And my family and I, we are going to stop this guy in any means possible.
Electrochem Ghana Limited has assured residents of their commitment to voluntarily expand the allocation of portions of its salt mining concessions to locals. This is in response to Parliament's Joint Committee's recommendation urging Electrochem to consider expanding the 1,000-acre portion of the 41,000 Songo Lagoon for the local small-scale miners to address the feud between the two parties. Abdul Razak Adam is CEO of Electrochem.
The committee recommendation, we would accelerate it. We would increase the allocation of community funds, and we intend to work with every peaceful member of the community to ensure that the indigents continue to mine their salt as they do. Not only would we give them the funds for free, we have invested over $10 million in brine. That is the salt water. That would not only serve Electrochem, but would also serve the community members.
And that's residents, however, insist government must renegotiate the deal to improve its local content. That's how we end the news here on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. There's more news on myjoyonline.com. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
Hey, we see you specking your car, taking that trip, chilling on the beach. Charlie, now we want to see this become your story. Simply use your ABSA card 10 times or more and you'll be entered into a monthly draw where you stand the chance to be among 5 lucky winners to take home 40,000 Ghana cedis. The more you use your card, the more entries you'll receive. Earn an extra entry by using the ABSA app or internet banking 5 times or more. No ABSA card? Don't worry. Visit the nearest branch for an ABSA account or card today and make winning part of your story. Promotion is between 1st July and 31st October. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
Businesses know how important it is to create a productive and supportive working environment by investing in employees' health. With a leading international track record, Apex Health Insurance is licensed to provide medical insurance services to corporate organizations and SMEs. We also have international LH Blue cover and TPAs to cushion you. Multinational companies, factories, and government agencies, focus on your business while Apex Insurance takes care of your health. Visit Apex Health Insurance office at Zion House, Boundary Road, Shiashi, Kumasi, opposite Prempeh College, Sofo Line, and Takrady Market Circle. For further inquiries, call 0501 562 962 or 0501 552 495. Apex Health, your preferred health insurer.
Please, do you still refill cylinders here?
Oh yes, and there are a lot of benefits when you refill gas cylinders here. Not only do we get to run safety checks on your cylinder before refill, but you get to buy any amount of gas per your pocket. And you even get to see for yourself how much is really being put into the cylinder, so you're not cheated.
Master, this one there, Philly Gadochi. I know say you no invite me, but I go talk some. If you know be these LPG stations, like how we taxi drivers go fill our tanks.
But do these LPG stations have permit to still operate?
Of course. LPG stations are safer now than ever. We've always been licensed and fully regulated by National Petroleum Authority with total support from Ghana Fire Service, Ghana Standards Authority, Factory Inspectorate, as well as the EPA. So don't worry, crowd.
Oh, I hear say these LPG stations it be for indigenous Ghanaians. It be true?
Of course. LPG refilling is the only industry in Ghana that is now 100% owned by Ghanaians. By refilling your cylinders at the gas station, you are promoting indigenous businesses.
The money, it go stay here, no.
Oh yes. Protect local businesses by refilling your gas cylinders at LPG stations nationwide.
We know we shall win, and we know we'll survive. Yeah. Shall wash away all tears.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Brush your teeth every day and night, up and down and all around. Brush like feeling bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between, brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
For 10 times stronger.
This advert is FDA approved.
The luckiest
Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
Doctors,
Nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers. You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
east, west, north, south, Obiama to
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Accra to Haga.
Let's go. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
Doctors,
Nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers.
bankers. The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Charlie, should they debate?
They should. I think it'll be thrilling to watch those two debate.
We like fun. We like we like a show.
A show.
Yeah.
And ideas.
But it looks like at the moment the NDC is not up for it.
Why not?
Well, that's how it looks. Isaac Abongo said that the former President Mahama will not give Dr. Bawumia a debate to help him revive his political career.
Oh, I don't think that's the point. I mean, the electors also need to know who they are voting for, what they are voting for. And so, I mean, they are able to hear. I mean, I'm sure there are people who are still undecided about which party to vote for, and the debate will help them make a decision. So I think it's important we have a
That's
debate.
what you would think.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen to the leaders, majority and minority leaders in Parliament talking about this.
But Mr. Speaker, it is important that your MPs should not just follow your flag bearer. They should encourage your flag bearer to make himself available for a debate with Dr. Bawumia. Because you are, Mr. Speaker, in this election, we should make available fact to Ghanaians. And I would encourage us as parliamentarians to urge upon our flag bearers to avail themselves for a debate.
But listen to the minority's response to this.
Mr. Speaker, how can a driver mate debate an experienced driver? Mr. Speaker, in this House, the spokesperson for the minority on the issues of finance is Honorable Adongo. The spokesperson for the minority for the issues of the economy is Honorable Kweku Rekithagen. And the spokesperson for the budget for the minority is Honorable Ampem Dako. Mr. Speaker, we all know that the chairman of the economic management team is the vice president. So the vice president can only debate Honorable Adongo. He should debate Honorable Adongo or debate Honorable Kweku Rekithagen.
A driver's mate debate an experienced driver. I don't know whether that's that is the no. But listen, I don't know the suggestion or it seems as though the NDC is running away from a debate. That doesn't look good as well. I mean, it makes people feel like you're afraid to debate the vice president, the flag bearer of the MPP. So give us a debate. Help us make a decision. Yeah.
The closest we've seen to that was at the I think it was the CEO summit this year, where former President Mahama was there in person. Dr. Bawumia joined electronically from Canada. I
remember that.
And that was a bit of a showdown.
Yeah, that was a showdown.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But it wasn't a debate. It wasn't a debate. It wasn't an opportunity for us to hear their views on specific issues that matter to us in a run-up to an election. And I feel like, and this is my personal view, when they refuse to debate each other, what they're actually refusing to do is to give us a reason to vote. They're refusing to give me a reason to vote for them, and I don't think that's really a respectful approach.
I mean, there are people who would vote for the MPP any day. There are people who vote for the NDC any day, but they're also independent voters.
They are not the target of these things.
Who may determine the outcome of the election. So how do you win them if you don't let them know what you stand for? And so, that's the difficulty.
Anyway. Well, we're going to have to see what the two party representatives on our show today,
it's a political Thursday,
yes, have to say about this and whether or not this conversation will in any way.
Let's have a debate. Let's have a debate.
To a debate. Anyway, for the 6 a.m. news, our gratitude goes to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters, which means it's now time for the Joy Business Report. And that comes thanks to Omnibasic Bank at your service and Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, government likely to commence Eurobond debt repayment this year, but that of bilateral creditors will start from 2026. Also coming up, exchange rate volatilities could cause government to miss end-of-year inflation target of 15%, maintained in the mid-year budget review. We hear from an economist. Plus, government advised to increase revenue base and diversify sources of income to support expenditure for the rest of the year. We'll have details coming up. Stay with us. Hello, thanks for being with us this morning. Good morning to our friends listening from Koforidua on KT Radio. Government is expected to commence servicing Eurobond debts before the end of this year. However, that of bilateral creditors should start from 2026. This is what Joy Business has picked up from persons negotiating the repayment of these debts. Here's George Jaffe with more.
Under the agreement reached with the Eurobond holders over terms for servicing their debts, government is supposed to start paying them as soon as an agreement is signed with these bondholders. Joy Business understands that government is looking at presenting that final agreement to these creditors for them to sign before September this year, and then after that, it will start making the necessary payments. Sources say government is currently finalizing documentations on these debt payments and the agreement and will forward to them very soon. The country could be saving about $2.8 billion when it comes to servicing the bilateral debts, and more than $9 billion for the Eurobond. Now, these are monies that government would have paid if it had not restructured these debts. But the IMF, in a new document, is warning of some challenging times for the economy if government is not able to sign an agreement with these bondholders and start the repayments of these debts before December this year.
And that was George Jaffe with that report. Economist Dr. Theo Champon says that the exchange rate volatilities could cause government to miss its end-of-year inflation target of 15%. Analyzing some of the revised macro targets in the mid-year budget review, he expressed optimism that the country may be able to achieve the overall real GDP growth rate, which has been revised upwards from 2.8% to 3.1%, but could miss the inflation target.
At the port, because when you bring your goods in, a lot of the things on the ICOM system is actually dollar converted into cedis. So when you're having the depreciation almost 18-19%, it then basically means that you have to pay more taxes at the port, and ultimately you're going to pass that on to consumers to also pay, and that drives a lot of the inflation expectations and things like that. And the projections in terms of the end period inflation figure of 15%, I doubt that we'll be able to meet that.
That was economist Dr. Theo Champon. Increase your revenue base and diversify your revenue sources to support expenditure. That's advice from senior partner at Deloitte Ghana, Yaolate. According to him, these two measures can be part of innovative ways government can boost revenue. Speaking to Joy Business, Latte said there must be a deliberate effort to support the production yields of the country's natural resources.
So now that we've been able to secure debt restructuring program and we are heading toward the 55% of GDP, we should increase our revenue base. If you increase your revenue base, you are able to support your expenditure. But if you do not increase our revenue base and our expenditure is increasing, we are going to have a rising budget deficit and we are going to go back into the same problem. So one of the ways that government is using to increase our revenue base is to ensure that our tax laws are complied with or enforce the tax laws. But I think we should not only rely on taxes. Otherwise, it will be counterproductive. A lot of businesses are complaining about the numerous taxes, the amendment in taxes, enforcement of taxes on them. And so for me, we should diversify our revenue sources. And one of the ways of doing that is to increase the production of our primary commodity, which is if we support programs that will increase the production of cocoa, increasing the yield in cocoa sector, it will help us.
Partner Deloitte Ghana Yaolati there. Now, the Ghana Union of Traders Association Gtech says government must ensure funds set aside to support the small and medium enterprises are properly channeled to the right beneficiaries. Gtech warned that any attempt to divert funds could have dire consequences on the economy. President Dr. Joseph Obeng said the debt burden currently faced by the country should be a guiding principle in using state funds judiciously.
You know, they provided some mitigating factor in the SME growth and opportunity. The funds that they provided, we see it as a mitigating factor, but these funds should be directed to targeted areas so that it will have a positive effect on the economy. And we think that overall, if you look at some most of the figures, even with the debt restructuring and all that, we've come this far.
President of Gtech, Joseph Obeng there. Now, Ghana has received $1.2 billion as savings from monies earned from crude oil exports since it started exporting crude oil in commercial quantities. Here's more.
Ghana's oil accounts at the Federal Bank of New York, USA showed that since the country started commercial exports of crude oil, the Heritage Fund, which the law requires government to save some of the monies earned from crude oil exports for future generations, had about $1.1 billion ending June this year. However, the Stabilization Fund had $194 million. The account showed that there has been some withdrawals totaling $90 million. The fund is supposed to support government's revenue in case earnings from crude oil drops so that the budget is not affected in terms of supporting some projects in the country. The accounts also showed that just about $130 million were saved in these two funds just for this year. However, when it comes to the first 6 months of this year, about $840 million have come in the form of taxes and royalties that has been paid to government by the various companies working on the country's oil field.
Turning to other news now, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Reverend Daniel Gtech, is asking financial sector players to be risk conscious and put measures in place to ensure sustainability. Speaking at the 2024 Risk Summit Africa, he said businesses must be innovative enough to thrive despite the current economic challenges.
Risk comes in all forms and with variety, volume, and velocity of different degrees. Effective risk management has therefore become indispensable for charting the path for success. Gone are the days when risk management was solely the purview of specialized teams. To thrive in this era of disruption, institutions must embed risk consciousness into their DNA. By integrating risk management across all functions, we can strengthen resilience and drive innovation and strategic advantage.
Reverend Daniel Gtech, Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission. In fact, you hear his voice next on Investor Eye. You have to ask the right questions if any investment product is being sold to you. Don't just accept an investment product without thoroughly understanding the terms and conditions of such a product. You also have the right to take contact numbers to ask more questions and follow-ups. Take a listen.
I would encourage investors to ask questions. I think sometimes we have this culture of take what I say without asking questions. I don't know whether it's because of our educational system, but we need to ask questions. Okay, I believe that if anybody is going to offer you a product, just like when you go to the hospital and you see a doctor, you should be able to ask questions. Otherwise, you might be. Or even you go to the pharmacist, the doctor has prescribed. If you don't ask questions, you may be given some medication that is contrary to what should be given you. So ask questions. So when it comes to investing, because as we say in Ghanaian parlance, sika yemoja, money is really important. So before you part with it, ask questions. Ask questions. Ask, are you licensed? What is the risk return characteristics of this product? Why are you offering this return? What measures have you put in place to ensure liquidity when I want my money?
And that's Investor I Make a Date next week here on the Joy Business Report. Before we go and look at the commodity market, crude oil selling at $81 a barrel, gold lost $23 to open trading at $2,374 an ounce. Cocoa open trading at $8,227 a ton after going down by $59. On the currency market, the dollar staying same, 15 cities, 58 pesos. That's the equivalent in cities. The British pound going for 20 cities, 8 pesos. The euro going for 16 cities, 88 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Carl. Thanks for listening. Handing you back to a man I wouldn't like to debate, Winstonia.
Oh, why?
I wouldn't like to debate Winstonia. I just have a feeling you win the debate.
Oh, no. You are a champion, man.
Maybe you can debate.
He will just wear you down until you agree with him.
His ancestral.
Anyway.
Yeah, but one more point I wanted to make.
Yes.
I mean, the U.S. case, the cognitive decline of President Biden became apparent during the debate, and that's when a decision was taken. So
exactly.
Debates are really important. I mean, you never know what you discover.
In the U.S. situation, a bit so different from ours. They have made it a convention. You have to get.
Can
into
we
a
make
debate.
it two here?
Well, we can, but it takes a bit of time and also commitment. But in Ghana, I was telling Kojo this morning in 2000, the sitting vice president did not debate. In 2004, the sitting president did not debate.
Mm-hmm.
And so by 2008, all of them debated. By 2012, the sitting president decided not to debate until he passed on. And then John Mahama decides to get into a debate. By 2016, when John Mahama was calling for the debate, I'm sure you may have heard the voice. Dr. Bamia says, go and debate the people who are the suffering Ghanaians.
Now he wants the debate.
Dr. Bamia wants a debate. So, we've moved from sitting presidents not wanting to debate to sitting president or vice president wanting to debate.
Well,
that's the Ghanaian situation. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you very much, Daryl. Let's go for our inspirational song for today. One by Koda.
Okay.
Hosanna.
In loving memory.
Yes, let's dance to this one and get motivated and inspired by this one.
Good to see you. This week, yeah, you are really displaying your collection of unaffordable
I've had
ties.
this tie for more than 3 years.
Yeah, you've been rich for more than 3 years. It's very nice. We like it. Anyway.
Let's get into our Drive Safe campaign, brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. So our tip today is monitor your blind spots and stay out of others' blind spots. So a key part of being a defensive driver is understanding your own blind spots and staying out of other drivers' blind spots. While new cars come with safety features like blind spot detection, it doesn't guarantee that other vehicles around you are also equipped with this feature. Defensive driving means being aware of your personal vehicle's blind spots before you hit the road and staying on alert for whether you are in the blind spot of any drivers around you at all times.
Today's Say It Right has a medical theme. Hope you enjoy it. It's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
I must confess, I'm not quite at my zenith this morning. It feels like I might be coming down with something. I even had my temperature checked. It was fine though, barely 36 degrees Celsius. Thank goodness I don't have a fever. That reminds me, let's talk about the true meaning of the word fever. It seems many people think fever is a disease. In fact, some people use fever as a synonym for malaria. Actually, a fever is simply an abnormally high temperature. Anything above 38 degrees Celsius or 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, if you're feeling American, would be described as a fever. Now, a fever comes with a number of symptoms like shivering, body pains, headaches, and in extreme cases, hallucinations. So, body temperatures ranging from 37 to 39 degrees Celsius would be termed a mild fever. If it's between 39 and 42 degrees Celsius, that's a high fever. Several things can cause a fever: a viral infection like the flu or COVID, bacterial infections like pneumonia or urinary tract infections, heat stroke, tumors, and tropical diseases like typhoid and malaria can all cause fevers. Okay, that's enough of my Florence Nightingale act for one day. So it's clear now, a fever is a symptom, not a disease. That's how you say it right.
Why is serious? But
Yes. When people say, "Oh, ming a fever."
Even why is serious?
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Time for the news review brought to us by Access Bank. More than banking. What's in the papers?
And the chronicle for this morning, James chapter 1 verse 19.
Amen.
Know this, my beloved brothers. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. NPP MPs on December elections, Mahama must debate Bawumia. Majority Caucus says government is not afraid of its track record. We'll have this conversation later on the show, to debate or not to debate. And, well...
Would that be digital against the 24-hour?
Well, you can say that, but we'll see. For now, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. You've heard the minority say that, since the vice president is the chairman of the economic management team, he should debate,
come to parliament.
First of all, he should come to parliament and engage in the media budget review debate. And he can debate the likes of Isaac Adongo. He can also debate Ricketts Hagan, Thomas Ampem Nyakun, and others who are ready to, engage him in a debate on the Ghanaian economy. Anyway,
because the presidential candidate is busy, or because the presidential candidate can't debate.
But I think the former president has not said anyway, as time to be corrected, whether he would not. I think that final decision lies with him, whether he wants to go ahead or not. So all these external parties, I think that we should take their commentary with some pinch of salt and look at forward to what the former
Although, I
president
mean, his
himself-
spokesperson, Joyce Bauer Mokhtari, took serious exception to IEA's suggestion of organizing a debate.
Yeah.
And really, accused them of, some sort of misbehavior.
On IEA organizing a debate for them.
I don't know.
Well, if you listen to the conversation in Parliament, and you probably, I'm sure you may have heard Ato Forson make the point that a driver's mate, he says a driver's mate cannot debate an experienced driver. And so, in effect, he's telling you that a debate between Mahama and Dr. Bawumia is a non-starter in the first place. I haven't heard from Mahama himself.
Yeah, and I think that's a set. I mean, we'll put a lot more premium on what the former president will say than what everybody's saying.
Exactly. So in 2012, at the time when Professor J.E. Mills had indicated he was not going to debate, following his passing on the 24th of July, which after 12 years was yesterday, John Dramani Mahama, having become president, decided to engage in a debate. It helped him, really. I mean, it helped him in the IEA debate. I don't know what's going to happen this time. Well, we'll talk about it later on as part of our Political Thursday conversation. And $60 million University of Health and Allied Sciences Phase 2 project ready after Kufaro cut sword in 2021. I see a photograph, Sokode Hall here. 1,000 homes built for security agencies since 2017. That's according to Minister of Works and Housing, Kojo Opon Nkrumah. That's it for the Chronicle.
Let me do the daily guide, and then I justify as appointing more judges, and that's a story on the front page of the daily guide. Also, Tamil's 12 Memorial Service, NDC and family fight Anyido.
This issue. So, the Atamils Institute decides to hold a memorial event. The family and the John Evans Atamils Heritage also has an event. So the Atamils Institute was expected to have ended their event before the family comes in. Look, you cannot love a man more than his family. But even if you do, you should not, for the sake of the love you have for that man, be seen fighting his family. So even if you love Professor Mills more than his family, for the sake of the love you have for Professor Mills, respect his family and never in any way show that you're fighting his family.
And even in our culture, when even you're a wife and you lose your husband, I mean, it's the family that does everything. And culture, if I can use the expression, culturally, it's the family that handles, somebody they've lost and all the rest. So let's give that respect to the family. No matter how close you were to that person, even if you're a wife, it's about the family that handles everything. And for me also, would you want to blame those who manage the place? What was the agreement? I mean, were the two parties bound to respect that? Because if you were given a time to close the place at this time, you should get off and allow the family to have some private time with someone they've lost.
Look, legally we say when you die, yes, all the decisions will be taken by your family. Even for those who are minded and say, when I die, I should be buried within this time, this way, that way. Sometimes families vary it.
Yeah.
I have a friend whose father said he should be buried in Kufuridia.
Yeah.
When he died, his family said he should be brought to his hometown in the Volta region. The children said, but our father said we should be buried in Kufuridia. You know what the chief of the community told the children? He said, my sons, your father made me chief. I tell you one thing. Your father would understand why you had to bring him here than burying him in a foreign land. So leave that aspect to us. Okay? Leave that aspect to us. You tried, but don't fight your father's family. Anyway.
To other stories, you also have government delivers 1,000 homes to security agencies after forcing says that Akomeah can't debate Mohammed. Supreme Court upholds law against unnatural canal knowledge. That's on page 6 of the Daily Guide. Also behind the ocean, appointed manager of Campon Academy, and also, to these other stories at the back page of the Daily Guide.
Now, the daily graphic for this morning says unnatural carnal knowledge unlawful, sex use of vibrators, others still offenses. That's according to the Supreme Court. And so the Supreme Court says that an existing law that criminalizes unnatural carnal knowledge, unnatural carnal sexual intercourse, and makes it unlawful for both heterosexuals and homosexuals to have anal sex does not breach the 1992 Constitution. In a unanimous decision yesterday, a 7-member panel of the court dismissed the suit challenging the constitutionality of Section 104(1)(b of the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29, which makes sexual intercourse in an unnatural manner a crime, even if it involves two consenting adults. Okay, and non-professional teachers must upgrade by December. That's also here. Back page says road crash death rise by 17%. In Africa, WHO calls for holistic policies to stem tide, and NGO renovates Volta North Police Anti-Human Trafficking Office. All of these here. And President swears in 16 appeal court justices is also here. That's it for the daily graphic.
So what does this mean with respect to this current case before the Supreme Court, this anti-LGBTQZZ or whatever?
You will know shortly.
Based on this ruling.
Well, it's in court, I'm sure. The Supreme Court is not bound by its decisions, but
Really?
I'm sure there are people who are going to be making reference to this in court. Let's wait and see.
Well, let's look at the new finder. Tourism rakes in $1.8 billion between January and June 2024. Also, Michael Harry-Amson says reforming Senate is a call for transformation in pension management. And Dr. Amwa, that is the Deputy Minister of Finance, called for patience amid economic improvement, and also the Balancing Act of Intelligence Agencies in Modern Economies. That's, I think, a piece by Reverend Ken Moza, and also 150,000 to 50 million available for SMEs, and that is coming under the SME growth support that government has put together. And you get that details of those stories in the new finder.
But I'm interested in the tourism bit.
Yeah. And I think that if you look at the Bank of Ghana data, yes, it appears that more travels are coming, people are coming in, and then looks like the spending has also gone up as well. And post-COVID, I think you've seen the data. If you do the plotting on the graph, it's picking up strongly. So let's see whether it can be sustained, because some have said that even with the little support the sector is receiving, it is doing well. So what about doing more to improve the road networks, and in terms of also reducing the cost, because people are still complaining about the cost of staying in some of these hotels. There's a bit about electricity, there's a bit about taxes, there's a bit about inflation, and then your exchange rate is also not doing very well. So first, they want to promote domestic tourism, but it's still expensive. Kojo, was it yesterday? I was watching something about Nabakate, and there's a fashion also coming. How do we try and encourage more domestic tourism?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've been talking about domestic tourism for so long without actually understanding what we're even discussing. Look, it is really about the movement of money from one part of the country to another, the stimulation of economies around the country. Okay, and one of the easiest ways to do that is by giving people a reason to move. A reason to visit, spend 24 hours in another part of the country. Give them a reason. But in this country, no one is investing in that. No one is investing in that. No government. I keep giving the example of what the NDC put in their Green Book. Right? One paragraph saying in 2015, the tourism sector made $3.5 billion with no example of any actual investment that government had made in the sector. The sector itself on its own made 3.5. So they could see the potential, but still did nothing about it. Then we have this government that came along and said, okay, we'll do year of return. So once a year, we promote tourism.
You know,
I mean,
some time ago, I think it was the American Navy. They got to Ghana, and in our seas, in our Ghanaian waters, they got to the intersection between longitude 0 and latitude 0. That's supposed to be the center of the world itself. You know, Kwame Nkrumah tried with this whole idea of Tema, the city in the center of the world. Now, if you go to other jurisdictions, if you go to some of the East African countries, they'll tell you about, you know, where you have the equator, you know, passing through the country, dividing it into two. You have some same in Ghana sometimes too. But this is the point. We have not told our tourism story, whether locally or foreign. We haven't told the story. All we have done is to just wait. In fact, the government, the Akufo-Addo government has done very well with the
year of return,
beyond the return, destination Ghana. They've done very well with that. But beyond December, how do you get people into this country? Look, you have, I was having a conversation with the executive chairperson of Land Tours. She was telling me how they started and started bringing in, you know, people into the country. And there are a lot of Americans who, for instance, would want to come to what they term as the motherland. They want to come here, and they actually would want to go through, you know, our traditions, get their names changed. This is what we have. We may not have the best sites, but we may have some of the best culture that you can sell. And these Americans who come into Ghana, they come into Ghana, stay within our rural areas, something that we're not even prepared to do, those of us who are in Accra. They go to the rural areas, they learn bead making, and all these things are things they pay money for.
But I think that's very important. Whilst you also try to encourage people to come in, the bit about the domestic tourism is also very,
Absolutely.
very important.
Look,
You know,
George, you're so right about that. We don't get it. We don't understand what it can even do for our economy. All right. I'm privileged to be a member of the planning committee for this year's Ugwafi Afashe, their 60th anniversary. And as we are planning this festival, obviously we have to engage state institutions and so forth. Now, I mean, I'm not going to complain about the fact that, you know, I would have expected state institutions like Tourism Authority and Tourism Ministry to rather be biting our hands off, because this is a great global brand. The Afashe actually has the second largest carnival in the world.
Wow.
Right? So you would expect that, you know, they would be excited about it, but we're not getting that. That's fine. We have to come to them. We have to chase them around. Regional security, we have to go and ask them for help to, you know, provide protection and this, that. I would have thought that it would be a matter of policy, that anything that can bring tourism to any area in this country, we prioritize it. Because it's easy. It's a low-hanging fruit. But anyway, we are still quite a way from there. Shall we go online?
Sure.
The online review brought to us this morning, by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, and Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yenara India. So on myjoyonline.com this morning, significant progress made in CTAG talks with government. That's according to Prinkoff President. And this was a simmering issue, but I'm glad to see a headline like that this morning. Monkeys play by sizes. A driver's mate can't debate an experienced driver. Atto Forsen with that message to Baumia. And on the visa scandal, the Norwegian embassy was not prudent. I can't take responsibility. That's the sports minister talking to critics. So I guess we have to wait for the Norwegian embassy to come and set up systems for us to ensure that this never happens again. Since we are not taking responsibility, the Norwegians will come and fix it for us. Yes. So our nation's reputation, we've left it now to Norway to come and fix for us, because we are not responsible for what happens to us. What a mindset. Okay, on citynewsroom.com this morning, justice for all, 12 persons just discharged, 10 granted bail after years in custody without trial. It's shocking that this still happens. And on CNN this morning, Biden says, I revere this office, but I love my country more. So that's him explaining why he's not going to run again. All right, time for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Someone smells great here. And fresh, my love. I wish I could stay in the shower all day. I know, right? Nothing beats a bath with geisha soap. It smells so good, it lasts long, and it's enriched with natural ingredients that work wonders for my skin. And it now comes with a fresh new look, giving us even more reasons to love our geisha bar.
New and improved geisha soap. Great new look, better fragrance, same natural ingredients, still all last time. This advert is FDA approved.
Be strong and last long. Like geisha.
Goyle, anytime, anywhere. From Wak to Tumu, Navrungo to Bolgatanga, Tamale to Salaga, it's Goyle. Nkuranza to Banda, Kumasi to Abwasi, Tadi to Cape, Orokodo, Tema to Ho, Accra, and all over Ghana. Goyle brings you quality choices. Fuel up at any Goyle station near you. Goyle, good energy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Then come cotton. Donut, donut, donut. Malaria syrup, donut.
Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till no not now. Won't malaria chill. Oh, popo. What when the day? I want the no not. A dabako. No not. A damiano. No not. A damiansa. No not.
Malaria syrup,
No. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa wumujam ansana wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo hwa ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
Enhance your business operations with the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer. You can print, copy, and scan up to 19 pages per minute with high-quality mobile scans or customizable shortcuts in the HP Smart app that delivers effortless use from wherever you work so you can focus on growing your business. Take advantage of its Wi-Fi direct printing and intuitive touchscreen, which are both designed to simplify your day. With the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer, experience fast and easy setups and improved overall printing efficiency with a 20,000 page duty cycle built to keep you and your business secure and moving forward with embedded security that is pre-configured out of the box to detect and stop attacks. The HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer is available at all Kompu Ghana stores. Visit kompugana.com or call 0302 752 020 for more information.
We speak to the pioneers and athletes who paved the way.
Next, it's The Inquiry. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Welcome to The Inquiry on the BBC World Service. Clashes in the South China Sea are becoming more frequent.
There are many islets and submerged features in the region, and the countries are trying to construct bases, airfields, military features over these geographical features. So sovereignty is a critical issue here.
Water cannons, lasers, even knives are being used by Chinese sailors to deter rival claimants to the waters.
If any one country were to have absolute control of the South China Sea, the Philippines would essentially be at its mercy.
Who has what at stake?
The U.S. sees no value in wading into messy historical arguments that frankly are probably irreconcilable anyway, and which involve multiple U.S. partners and allies.
This week we're asking, what can a rusting warship tell us about tensions in the South China Sea? I'm Tanya Beckett. Join me on The Inquiry after the news.
I'm Debbie Russ with the BBC News. Hello. The authorities in the Philippines are scrambling to contain a major oil spill in Manila Bay after a tanker carrying almost 1.5 million litres of oil sank. The Transport Secretary said 16 of 17 crew members had been rescued. A search is continuing. John Eric Mendoza is from theinquirer.net, the online site of the Philippine Daily Inquirer.
They're now deploying a ship, its biggest ship, the BRP Melchor Aquino, to find the remaining missing crew. And they're now on alert for the possible oil spill, so they have deployed personnel, other PCG personnel in Manila, in Pampanga, and the nearby provinces if ever the oil spill reaches their shores. We are still reeling from the effects of the typhoon, where 15 people have died, so this is another incident. It's a bit too much to handle right now.
President Biden has told Americans that he stood down from the presidential race for the good of the country. Speaking from the Oval Office, Mr. Biden said it was time to pass the torch to a new generation. Sarah Smith reports.
This was a speech President Biden never wanted to deliver. He did it hoping that his decision not to run for re-election would be seen as noble and selfless, erasing the memory of how his own party pressured him in public into stepping aside. He did not admit that he was in any way diminished, but said he was doing this for the good of the country. He listed the achievements he hoped will form his legacy and what he intends to get done in the next 6 months, including reducing gun violence and trying to find a cure for cancer. And he praised Vice President Kamala Harris as tough, capable and an incredible partner.
The state funeral for the late Vietnamese communist leader Nguyen Phu Trong is being held in the capital Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. He died last week, aged 80, following an unspecified illness. Jason Lee reports.
The two-day service is being held in Vietnam's two largest cities. The public as well as officials are paying their final respects, including President To Lan, who took on Mr. Chong's duties just a day before his death. Nguyen Phu Trong was Vietnam's most powerful man for more than a decade, serving 3 terms as General Secretary of the ruling Communist Party. Under his leadership, Vietnam enjoyed rapid economic growth, but he also carried out a ruthless anti-corruption campaign.
The Israeli military says it has recovered the bodies of 5 Israelis held in Gaza. Earlier, a kibbutz announced the return of the body of Maya Goren, a kindergarten teacher. The other 4 were soldiers killed in combat during the October the 7th attack. The bodies were found in Khan Yunis in the south of the Gaza Strip. This is the World News from the BBC. A court in Cambodia has ordered an opposition leader to pay a $1.5 million fine after finding him guilty of defaming the ruling party. Tia Vanol from the Candlelight Party told foreign media in February that Cambodia's democracy was worsening. The ruling Cambodian People's Party won a landslide election last year, which critics have denounced as a sham. A Hong Kong court has dismissed an attempt to get the national security trial against the pro-democracy figure Jimmy Lai thrown out. A judge said prosecutors had enough prima facie evidence for the case to proceed. Mr. Lai is the 76-year-old founder of the now-closed Apple Daily newspaper. He's pleaded not guilty to charges of conspiracy to collude with foreign forces and publish seditious material. Buildings are ablaze in the scenic Canadian mountain town of Jasper, where a wildfire has forced tens of thousands of people to evacuate. Pictures on social media show a popular hotel on fire and thick clouds of black smoke over roads approaching the town in the Canadian Rockies. Residents and tourists have been told to leave by Wednesday. Alberta's Premier, Danielle Smith, posted a video on social media.
My thoughts are with the people who have evacuated and also those who are still in the community.
Sir, if you can leave, please leave safely. Take care of yourself. Also to the emergency responders and firefighters, where we wish you all the luck in fighting this fire and keeping safe as well.
Officials in France say they've launched a major operation to clean up computers infected with a cyber espionage program. They say investigators are targeting a network of bots suspected of infecting computers with malware called PlugX in order to steal data. A senior prosecutor said investigators had managed to take control of a server that was controlling millions of infected computers in several countries. BBC News.
Welcome to The Inquiry. I'm Tanya Beckett.
My buddy, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Choboy! We have a new leader in town. OBRNT. I'm for. Madam was Sibibri. When him say my baby, maybe mamu more charcoal for whiter teeth. More charcoal. Not only that, maybe mamu lemon. More lemon. Zinc for fresher breath. More zinc. And fluoride for stronger teeth.
Introducing the new President Charcoal packed with more power with a combination of charcoal and lemon for naturally whiter teeth. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
Back tie.
Yeah. Bakati.
We've come a long way.
Oh, you don't know back tie? Oh. Oh,
Back
Bakati.
tie
Bakati.
featuring Batman.
Yes. Now Samini. Yeah. Oh, Bakati. I know him. But I think Bakati did the Miss Bell's first song. I think he was on the song.
I see.
Yeah. Back tie. Yeah.
You should consider performing at the Bakatui Festival. All right, okay, so it's a Super Morning Show on Joy. Got lots to do today. It's Political Thursday. We've got Samuel Okudzeto, Ablakwa, and Nana Akomeah joining us to debate lots of big national issues. So we'll be testing their pulse on things like the CTAG strike. We'll find out what they have to say about this debate. The debate, right? And then, of course, these recent revelations about the ambulance maintenance deal that Mr. Okudzeto Ablakwa has been sharing. But that's not all. Maybe we'll even get them to express a thought or two about this Norway visa racketeering situation. Be interesting to hear what they have to say, because these things have been going on for quite some time, haven't they?
They have, Kojo. But of course, tomorrow, the Ghana Medical Association would hold its 24th annual public lecture themed Developing a Holistic Healthcare Financing for the Ordinary Ghanaian Beyond the National Health Insurance Scheme. And the speaker is Dr. Chris Atim, who is a Senior Executive Program Director, Health Division Results for Development, and the founding executive director of the African Health Economics and Policy Association. The special guest of honor is Dr. Bernard Okobwe, who is Minister of Health for the Republic of Ghana.
All right, well, we're there for it. Also, let me quickly give you a bit of information from MTN, okay? They are saying they are undertaking a network upgrade across the country. Now, as a result, you may experience some disruptions in some services during this period. They want to apologize for any inconvenience it may cause, and they're thanking us all for their understanding. I think it would be helpful to know how long this situation is expected to prevail. That would be helpful to us as well, wouldn't it?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, right. So, listen, there's a lot to get through this morning. Stay with us. It's all coming your way right here on the CIMG radio program of the year, the Super Morning Show on Joy. Use the hashtag JoySMS if you want to tell us what you're thinking.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
All right, now Toyota Ghana has expanded its vehicle lineup with 3 new models. The all-new Toyota Vitz is a stylish, highly fuel-efficient A-segment passenger car with compact design. It's suitable for urban travel and is very safe as well, with a wireless door lock and an ultra-modern anti-theft system. Not forgetting an ISOFIX child resistance system. All right, now the Toyota Urban Cruiser is the second one. That's a C-segment crossover SUV. It's got a robust design, advanced technology, and you will love the steering wheel, as well as the 4.2-inch TFT and touch-screen audio display. Not forgetting a USB, Apple CarPlay, and Android audio connectivity. Then there's the big boy, the Toyota Land Cruiser 250 Prado.
Fantastic one.
Yeah. Cutting-edge features like jam-protected power windows, an audio, telephone, and voice recognition steering switch, a UV cut sun and moon roof, and an ultra-modern immobilizer, unmatched off-road capabilities, and a strong presence inviting you to embrace adventure and luxury like never before. So, 3 new additions to the Toyota range. Whether you're navigating the city, embarking on adventure, or asserting luxury, Toyota Ghana has a vehicle to meet your needs. Go to Toyota Ghana's branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrade, Takwa, and Tamale, or call 0302 910 204 for the unique Toyota experience. Toyota, superior quality.
And Imperial General Assurance brings you the collision insurance policy. Yes, now we give you insurance beyond the road. The collision insurance policy from Imperial General gives you protection in the event of a collision with another car or an object. The policy offers repair of your damaged car parts resulting from the collision, hospitalization benefits if you're admitted beyond 3 days. Yes, you need not to be involved in an accident to benefit. All third-party benefits. So whether you're a taxi driver, trotro driver, or a private vehicle owner, collision insurance is for you. Sign up for the collision insurance motor policy from Imperial. Call us today on 0577 667 436 or talk to your broker or any of our agents across the country for further details. You can also follow us on our social media handles. Terms and conditions apply. Collision insurance, insurance beyond the road, Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
All right, now, which app allows you to transfer money at only a tiny fee using a Visa card? Of course, it's Express Pay. Now, at Express Pay, they keep falling for you. Yes, their prices have fallen. So you can send 100 Ghana cedis, pay 1 Ghana for that. Send 200 Ghana, pay 2 Ghana. And for the ballers, when you send 5,000 Ghana cedis or more, you pay only 10 Ghana cedis. Basically, any amount over 1,000, you pay just 10 Ghana. And there's more. In this month of July, Express Pay is filling the car tanks of many lucky customers. So one new customer and one old loyal customer will get this every day, Monday to Friday, until the end of July. So you just spend 500 Ghana cedis or more by paying for services or sending money with your Visa card, and you qualify. So download the Express Pay app for simplified payments, 24/7 customer service, tiny fees, and a full car tank. Express Pay, in partnership with Visa, has made these tiny fees possible across 9 banks. So that's Stanbic, Ecobank, Standard Chartered, ABSA, FNB, Fidelity, Carl Bank, First Atlantic Bank, and GT Bank. Visa card holders. Okay, terms and conditions apply.
So, are you ready to turn your dreams into a reality? Well, don't wait. Don't just dream it, own it with a loan from Fidelity Bank. Dreaming of a new home? Own it with Fidelity Home Loan. Dreaming of a brand new car? Own it with Fidelity Auto Loans. Dreaming of getting the latest phone, TV, fridge, furniture, laptop, or gaming console? Own it with Fidelity Consumer Asset Finance. Dreaming of expanding your business? Make it a reality with our business loan. Fidelity Bank is offering flexible loans to businesses, salaried workers, and the self-employed at competitive rates. Dial 0800 003355 or visit any of our branches nationwide today to turn your dream into a reality with a Fidelity Bank loan. Terms and conditions apply. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Now, do you have a game-changing, innovative business idea or project that can impact society? Then this is your moment. Total Energies presents the 4th edition of the Startupper of the Year Challenge. Now, this year, they're looking for 3 winners. The best entrepreneur, also known as the InnovUp winner. The best project or innovative business idea exemplifying recycling and minimizing waste. That's the Cycle Up winner. And the best project promoting or relating to sustainable and affordable energy. And that's the Power Up winner. That's not all. 4 additional projects in the Power Up category will be selected by an international jury. So don't wait any longer. Apply now at startupper.totalenergies.com for your chance to win financial support, professional mentorship, and a spotlight for your project. Terms and conditions apply. Hashtag Total Energies. Hashtag Startupper Challenge.
So which bank in Ghana is always at your service?
Omni Basic.
Which bank is ready to assist you with their 24-hour state-of-the-art contact center?
Omni Basic.
Which bank is Ghana's fastest growing corporate bank and Bank of the Year 2023?
Omni Abaze Basic.
So at Omni Basic, we are always at your service. Call us on 0307 086 or 0302 758 555 or on toll-free 0800 100 790 or visit any of our branches nationwide to open an Omni Basic bank account today and enjoy exceptional customer service. Omni Basic at your service.
Now, every time we eat, food and sugars get trapped between our teeth, and of course, they lead to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases, foul breath. You need to brush your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, so you have the protection your teeth needs, and 10 times stronger teeth. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with pro, fluoride, and microcalcium ingredients, which seal tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. and that prevents cavities, keeps your teeth strong and your mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, maximum cavity protection, 10 times stronger teeth. Now, after 25 years of educating Ghanaians to brush day and night, Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Call the customer care center on this toll-free number 0800 2030. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and again before you sleep at night. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
So where you headed this morning or today? Are you going shopping at the mall or you're buying fuel for your vehicle? Are you shopping? Are you enjoying your favorite meal at a restaurant? That wouldn't be bad at all. Or getting home essentials at your favorite shop? Not bad too. Or you're shopping online for the things you need? Why not? Wherever you go, whatever you're doing, do it with SG Visa Card. The SG Visa Card is your best option to make payments for goods and services online or anywhere with a point of sale machine. Enjoy a world of amazing opportunities available with the SG Visa Card. Go about your business anywhere in Ghana with the comfort and security of your money available to you always. Make your life easy and use your SG Ghana Visa Card today. To find out more, call 0302-214-314. SG Ghana, the future is you.
All right, if you're wondering where to hold your strategy planning meetings, board sessions, or staff retreats, then there's only one venue. It's Safari Valley Resort. Think of the green, serene environment, accessibility, meeting room capacity, the flow and layout of space, room flexibility, quality of equipment, staff, and of course, first-class catering services. Then Safari Valley Resort is your first choice. Call Safari Valley Resort on 059-691-4394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
Hello world, let's help you check your dream locations off your bucket list. Make your travel dreams a reality with Access Bank. Our aviation and hospitality desk is designed with you in mind. Let's help you book and pay for your ticket and secure travel insurance, whether it's a tropical escape or or visit to family. Access Bank has you covered. Avoid the hassle. Book your next flight with Emirates, South African Airways, Air Peace, or Africa World Airlines through Access Bank. Our 55 branch network gives you convenience, easy payments, and security. Also pay for your Qatar Airways flights with your Access Bank Visa card and enjoy up to 12% off. Visit africa.visa.com to register. Visit our website, ghana.accessbankplc.com, or call our toll-free number 0800 004400 for more information and assistance. Access Bank, more than banking.
Much more than banking. All right, now Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited is still your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture. Great prices that you can pay via Momo if you shop at kingdomstoreonline.com. They'll deliver very quickly to your home or office, and it's even free delivery if you live in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. All right, time now for us to go for some messages, after which we'll bring you birthdays and sports right here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
Hey, so as for you, every day you are just pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma.
Eh?
The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere.
Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerfort, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
All right, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
All right.
And today is the birthday of Stephen Joseph Ni Ado, who's of Legal Alliance Chambers Chado, aged gracefully. It's coming from Listowel Kojo Fojo of Adom FM, who is a producer. Also, today is the birthday of Kobe's Nkrumah Spiky. So,
oh, really?
Here's our own Kobe Spiky.
That's
it's
nice.
your birthday. Kobe Spiky, happy birthday to you. And today is also the birthday of Abla Jifa Gomashi.
Oh, honorable.
Yes. Abla Jifa Gomashi. So this one is from your sister, I'm sure, your troublesome sister, Yawa Gomashi. Yawa, please forgive me for saying that. But enjoy your day, Honorable Abla Jifa Gomashi.
Yep.
And this one says, a birthday is just the first day of another 365-day journey around the sun, a simple celebration and gathering of loved ones. I wish you great happiness, a joy that never ends. Joyce Erica Entry J of Motor Claims Department, SIC Insurance PLC, wishing you a happy birthday as you enjoy this trip. It's from your son Fidelis Entry J to you. Yeah.
All right, I've got a few here. Happy birthday to Nana Oye Walton Ankra, Baba AOD, Mami Equia Asantua Efrifa, Clinton David, Kobna Korte, Bernard Ashmond, Kojo Garnett, and Edward Owusu. Happy birthday to you all.
This one says, happy birthday to Barbara Boy of Absa Bank. It's from your daughters Na Lamioko and Na Lamele. And also happy birthday to Reverend Samuel Awuku Jechi. It says, on this special day, we celebrate the birth of an exceptional gift and spiritual leader. Over the years, you have faithfully shepherded us from grace to grace through tough challenges. You've diligently preached the word of Christ and modeled the Christian life for us. It's from the leadership and members of ICGC, the Royal Temple, Aoshi. But yesterday was the birthday of my very good friend, Collins Kubi. And so, Collins Frank Kubi, belated happy birthday to you. He doesn't like it when you call him Frank, but it's part of his names anyway.
Anyway. All right, then.
But of course, today's the birthday of Felix van der Palen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Smooth Felix van der Palen.
Yes. Wow, what a broadcasting legend that
Exactly. One of the best to have graced, this industry. So, Felix van der Palen, happy birthday to you. I know that your son's birthday is on Saturday. So we'll do that one tomorrow.
That's right.
Casey's birthday is on Saturday. We'll do that one tomorrow.
That's lovely. Okay, then. The Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Twisco Food Drink. Twisco, power your dream. And if it's football you want, well, they've got it all. All of it on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. The season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
And late entry, belated happy birthday to Sylvia Archer and daughter Kayla Archer. Mrs. Sylvia Archer is celebrating her 50th birthday today. Birthday wishes from Chris Archer Jr. and the entire family. It says the doing of the Lord, and it's marvelous in our sight. But folks, imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right. We're not just offering loans, we're offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following numbers: 0501535789, 0501535790, and then 0244674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Now, accessing super reliable healthcare should be the topmost priority for you and your family, and that's why Muti Plus, powered by MTN, is giving you that today. For a subscription fee of just 25 cedis a month, paid on Momo, you can sign on to a health subscription that can get you access to unlimited in-store consultations with qualified healthcare professionals and over 160 covered medications and tests at participating pharmacies in the Ablakwa, Sakaman, Dansoman, Mamprobi, and Kaswa townships. Now, best part is that there is a dedicated nurse at the Muti pharmacy who can teleconference a doctor when you need it, so you can access the best communication services. And to get this great product, all you have to do is download the Ayoba app and sign up today with your Momo account. Okay, so you download the Ayoba app and you sign up with your Momo account. Take charge of your health conveniently and affordably. Sign up for Muti Plus, powered by MTN today. Now, speaking of MTN, there is a message that they're sending to customers. They say MTN is undertaking a network upgrade across the country. Now, as a result, you may experience some disruptions in some services during this period. They apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, and they say thank you for your understanding.
Hello, Ghana. There's an exciting new chocolate beverage out there on the market from the producers of Cowbell. Let me introduce you to Twisco, a chocolate food drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder enriched with Enefert, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including vitamins B, C, D, iron, and many more. Twisco is available in a 20-gram sachet and can be found at your nearest neighborhood store in a delightful red sachet for only 1 cedi, 80 pesos. To enjoy all the goodness, pack it in a sachet, empty contents into a mag, mix with 180 ml of previously boiled water, milk, and stir. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco and power your dream. This is FDA approved. Victor Achu Tamakulu
is here with the Joy Sports Center. Quite a bit to unpack this morning, but we're going to start from the absconding Paralympic team in Norway, because 3 days after Joy Sports broke the scandal, the Sports Ministry finally organized a presser to respond to the issues that have come up thereafter. As earlier reported, the coach of this Paralympic team, Jim Fijesi, met his untimely death while another has been arrested and the remaining 9 are on the run. These 11 Paralympic athletes obtained visas from the Norwegian embassy in Accra to participate in the Bergen City Marathon in Oslo back in April this year on the blind side of the Ghana Paralympic Committee and, if you believe the Sports Ministry, that entity as well. At yesterday's presser, Minister Mustafa Yusuf said the team was not representing Ghana, therefore he cannot take responsibility for what happened.
Were not aware about any, and the team that went wasn't also representing Ghana, as it has been reported in some of the media. So the Norwegian authorities, that's the embassy, to never even had opportunity. Normally, even the Ministry of Youth and Sports, we don't issue letters directly to any of the embassies. We normally will write to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, for Ministry of Foreign Affairs to then work on our behalf to any of the specific embassies or missions. The Norwegian authority who issued the visas to the athletes didn't see it prudent to even verify from the ministry, because to see whether these are athletes, genuine athletes or not. So to your question, whether I'll take responsibility, I'm sorry, I can't.
Moving on to our Geopol Paris Olympic Games Service series, and today's focus is on what devices people prefer to watch or follow the games on in Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, and Tanzania. Donald Cranton has the details.
TV remains the device of choice for watching the games. However, 60% of respondents also plan to follow the games on their mobile phones. The incidence increases to 72% in Nigeria, 66% in Tanzania, and 60% in Nigeria prefer to follow the games through paid TV, while 62% in Ghana and 54% in Kenya opt for free-to-air TV. Additionally, many respondents intend to keep up with the games through the combination of paid TV and free-to-air online streaming platforms.
Team Ghana in focus now, and Captain Joseph Polamo has said that the 4x100 meter relay team is not satisfied with just being ranked number 7 in the world. The target, he says, is to win Ghana's first medal in the event for the first time in 60 years. Joe Paul was a guest on Joy Sports Olympic Games preview show, Gold Chase.
You don't want to go in there already thinking about the finals. You got to take care of what's in front of you before you go to the next day to try to get on the podium. And you can't get on the podium if you don't make the finals. You know, we don't want to just go into the finals. We were in the finals in Tokyo. Yeah. We want to go to the finals and then get something out of it. We want to get on the podium. So being number 7 is something that we always, talk about, but we are not satisfied. We want to make sure we go in there and then try to come out with the ultimate. The ultimate is gold, but if we get silver or bronze, we're still going to be happy with it.
If they are to medal in Paris, one of the must-haves is a smooth baton exchange. That has proven problematic in the past. Team Ghana coach Professor Andrew Owusu has the lowdown on how they are working to get that right.
I think the priority here is basically one, being consistent. It's all about execution, and as Joe said, your priority is getting that baton around and doing so in as efficient way as possible. Yeah. And so what we're doing is just working on hand positions, working on spacing, working on timing of calls, and even more important, and Joe loves to do this, where we are getting into this mindset of actively thinking through the process.
While they are holding their end of the bargain, which is to qualify for the games and prepare for the games itself, there's still a small matter of per diems that are in arrears, including the Bahamas events that they qualified for the Olympics through. Joseph Polamo promised the athletes will again do their parts of the bargain and urge authorities to also fulfill their promises.
Intrinsically, we are highly motivated. Like, this is what we want to do. We are happy when we're doing it. But it's only right. It's just fair that the other part is being taken care of. Like, what the promises or whatever it is being honored on the other side of the stick. So we don't really keep it in our mind. It's nice to be motivated, but it's fair and it's right to do it when you have to do it.
Well, the games have begun, and with the largest team sport, because it features some 16 teams. I'm talking about the men's football competition. It started yesterday with some not too pleasant scenes because the match between Argentina and Morocco had to be suspended for nearly 2 hours amid chaotic and worrying scenes, with the game eventually completed in an empty stadium. Let's cross over to Joy Sports editor Fentio Tahiri Fentio, who has more on the story.
Yes, actually, not exactly how the IOC would have wanted the Olympic Games to start. And this match between Argentina and Morocco was controversial for many reasons. Number one, 15 minutes of injury time was added on. And not many people believe that much time was actually wasted on the pitch. And Morocco were leading 2-1, and Argentina got the equalizer in the 16th minute of injury time, even though only 15 were added on. Clearly, Moroccan fans in the stadium and some French fans in the stadium weren't pleased with that, so they started to throw missiles onto the pitch. So the game was halted. And for large spells, there was no clarity on whether the game had temporarily been halted or whether it had ended. Because remember, the goal was scored long after the allocated injury time minute. But then 92 minutes after that, the game was restarted. The other controversial issue was that the referee then went to VAR to check the equalizing goal from Argentina from Christian Medina, which was eventually correctly, I have to indicate, ruled out for offside. Then the game was ended. After that, Javier Mascherano, the Argentina manager, called it the biggest circus he's ever seen in his entire football career. And he also said that the two captains did not want to start the match, and not just Argentines, the Moroccans didn't want to play the game either. But eventually that was that. 2-1 victory for Morocco, and that was the only win for the African teams involved in the football tournament. Elsewhere, Guinea lost surprisingly to New Zealand by 2-1. Egypt were held to a 0-0 draw by the Dominican Republic, and Mali had to come from a goal down to draw 1-0 against Israel. Later today, the football competition continues, this time with the women, and Africa will have some representatives playing. Nigeria, the African record champions, they are returning to the Olympic Games for the first time in 16 years. The last time they were in this competition was back in 2008, but they face a daunting task in their first game against Brazil. Zambia, on the other hand, they take on the United States of America. Speaking of the women's football competition at the Olympic Games, there's a bit of drama happening in other camps, most notably the Canada camp. Now, the Canada women's football manager, Beverly Priestman, will not take charge of her side's Olympics opener against New Zealand after two members of her backroom staff were sent home for allegedly flying a drone over the Kiwis team training session and spying on them. And when the incident came out, she voluntarily withdrew from the competition and said that she will not be taking charge. FIFA have said that they're investigating the incident against Canada Soccer. Priestman herself, Lombardi and Manda, the two other members that were caught spying on New Zealand. In tennis, big news for Italy. World number one Yannick Sinner, he's withdrawn from the Paris Olympic Games with tonsillitis. The Italian has struggled, remember, with illness during the Wimbledon quarterfinal loss to Daniil Medvedev, and he's never quite recovered from that. And this is my favorite story from the Olympic Games. Now, Tour de France champion Tadej Pogačar, he's Slovenian. He has said that he's withdrawing from the Olympic Games because the Slovenian Olympic Committee did not select his girlfriend, Oskar Ziga, who is also a cyclist, by the way, for the Olympic Games. And so he says that's not the main reason he's withdrawing. The main reason is that he said he's a little bit fatigued, but he says not selecting his girlfriend for the Olympic Games certainly did not help his decision.
The things men will do for love. And that's how Friends wraps up on the updates on the Olympic Games. Last night, there were some games in the international friendlies. Arsenal, they beat AFC Bournemouth on penalties. Chelsea drew 1-0 with Wrexham in the very first game for their new manager, Enzo Maresca. We're going to end it with some local news because the draw for the WAFU B-CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers were held yesterday in Cairo. Azakas ladies, they've been drawn in Group B alongside Edo Queens of Nigeria, Burkina Faso's Omnisport Etentel, and AS Garden National of Niger. The qualifiers will begin on the 10th of August in Abidjan, with the winner taking place in the final event. Still on women's football, the team Ashanti region were crowned champions of the first edition of the Elites and the 15 Girls Championship yesterday held in Pram Pram. They won the title following that 2-0 win over the Bonahafu region in the final, which was played at the Soccer Center of Excellence at Pram Pram, as I've said. And in the Joy Sports Center, with me, Victor Achutamaklu, and of course, Fentu Tahir Fentu.
Yeah, Victor, so Chelsea 2 drew, eh?
You're only interested in what United's rivals, the results of United's. Yes, they drew.
Oh, no, I am trying to find out. You
see,
they
drew with Wrexham.
Yes, Wrexham, that's what, League One or what?
That's a club owned by this famous US actor.
Oh, the Welsh League. Eh?
No.
I think it's in League One or Championship.
It's conference or something.
Oh,
Wrexham.
Oh,
I'm trying to get the name.
Please get it for me, because I'm just concerned. You know, a lot of our brothers who are Chelsea supporters, like
that's Ryan Reynolds. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he owns it with Rob McElhenney. Okay. They took over the club in 2021. So yes, that's the team that Chelsea.
And you say they are in the Conference League. Eh?
I don't even know where they are ranked. But Arsenal also had to beat AFC Bournemouth. They did it the hard way on penalty shootouts.
Oh, okay. No problem. We're going to be playing, I think, Real Betis on Saturday.
Yeah, and then there's Liverpool. There's
Agbena. Anyway, thank you very, very much for joining us with the latest in the world of sports. Let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show brought to us by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Mala 2 from Ernest Chemist, Mala 2 power over malaria. And look, this is the year to stop, singing and talking about chopping life and just do it. Because EcoBank has over 1 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes in the EcoBank Million Gang promo for you and over 7,000 others across Ghana. And winners will be rewarded bi-weekly, and you could be one of them, winning up to 10,000 Ghana cedis. There will also be 3 monthly draws, and all you have to do is to deposit cash in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at your nearest branch, EcoBank Express Point, or via EcoBank Mobile to stand a chance of winning. Other prizes include fuel vouchers, shopping vouchers, airtime, and many more. Promo runs from now till the end of July 2024. It's your time to enjoy life. Remember, every 500 cedis deposit earns you an entry into the EcoBank Million Gang draw. A better way to enjoy life, a better way, a better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Stay with us. When we return, we bring you food for thought, brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
When shopping for a dress, you say,
of course, a low burst line, a little tight by the hips, covered sleeves, off shoulder, definitely.
But when buying anti-malarial drug, you say,
is it not malaria? Give me whatever is available.
Choose your malaria drugs the same way you choose your dress. Always ask for Coartem. It's also available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets for children. Don't gamble with malaria. Choose right. Choose Coartem. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malaria testing should be done before treatment. This advert is FDA approved.
We know say problem day, but you for chop life. Simply deposit cash in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at your nearest branch, Express Point, or through EcoBank Mobile to win your share of over 1 million cedis in prizes in the EcoBank Million Gang promo, EMG. Be one of over 7,000 people to be rewarded. Hey, my God. Yes, so over 7,000 people go chop soft life from May to July 31, 2024. Be an EcoBank customer or be square. Remember, every 500 Ghana cedi deposit earns you a point for the EcoBank Million Gang today, EMG. Deposit today and win your share of 1.2 million in cash and prizes. A better way to enjoy life. A better way. A better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. Time now for Food for Thought, brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Uncle, good morning. Okay, I think there seems to be a challenge with the... there's some echo at the background. Let's see. Let's give it a try again and see if it works this time. If it doesn't, we may have to get back to you. No, Uncle, it seems we have a problem. Some echoing sound there. So we'll rectify that and, get back to you shortly. We'll try and, solve that and get back to you. Let me see if it's better now. Hello, Uncle? Okay, no. So we'll get back to Uncle White here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM with Food for Thought by Roverman Productions. Stay with us.
Beautiful people, we are live in town, soaking in the excitement about the partnership between Access Bank and PABS, revolutionizing the way people move money across Africa. Let's hear directly from those reaping the benefits.
It's a relief. Anytime I send money back home, my family receives exactly what I send them, instantly.
I'm studying in Ghana, but originally from Nigeria. With this service, my parents send my school and hostel fees directly, and they do it with so much ease.
I run a fashion business. Let me tell you, sending and receiving money across Africa without
those annoying forex fees has really cut down our operational costs.
Benefit from instant payments across Africa with zero foreign exchange hassle. Visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll free on 0800 00 4400 for all your cross-border payments.
Tap it with Access Bank.
Access Bank, more than banking.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our 2024 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Ghana way, tell us how the more money promo nabo.
Everybody likes money, but what do we like more than money?
More money!
Join the Telecel More Money promo and win money, more money, and even more money. Simply opt in for free and reload your mobile and broadband and be the lucky winner of the 1 million Ghana cedis grand prize. Also win cash prizes of up to 3 million Ghana cedis in the daily and weekly draws. Opt in for free by dialing *500# or send WIN to 500, or you can opt in on the Telecel Play app. The more you reload, the higher chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. Keep loading, win, and be a millionaire.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Right, so welcome back, and let's bring you food for thought now. Uncle Ebu White joins us via phone. Food for thought brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be
the difference.
Uncle, good morning.
My favorite, I would say.
Oh, Uncle, glad we have you on phone.
Well, I'm happy. We have other options.
Sure.
We have other options. Now, listen.
Uncle.
1 year ago, a beautiful, bubbly, outgoing girl chose to tie her destiny to mine, even when all I had to offer her were my dreams and a library of books. That girl was Florence Sandra Akoto, and she has been my wife for 41 years.
Wow.
Tuesday, 23rd of July, was our wedding anniversary. This morning, I paid tribute to my wife, Florence Sandra White, and share with you some secrets for the success of our union. Listen, I don't think I appreciated the kind of woman I had been blessed with for wife at the beginning. But over the years, as my counseling career has brought me into contact with many other couples and exposed me to various situations in other people's marriages, I've always gone away thinking, I think I have a good deal in marriage. I've encountered situations in counseling in which a wife disrespects her in-laws and causes a rift between her husband and his own family.
Hey.
In my case, Florence and my mother had a great relationship, and she has been big sister and friend to all my 4 brothers. She has not once demanded that I choose between my marriage and my family, as some women have forced their husbands to do. I've lost my job twice, and I still have a wife. Listen, some men hit a rough patch briefly, and their wives are gone.
Sure.
There are wives who, when angry with their husbands, stab them physically and sexually. I've encountered situations in counseling in which the wife would hold sex from her husband as punishment and as a tool of manipulation. I rejoice that I have never been stabbed. But perhaps the most important thing about Florence that has saved our marriage is that she does not give cold treatment.
Okay.
Again, I know of cases of wives who just ignore or snub their husbands for weeks because they want to punish them or force them to come begging for forgiveness, even when the men have not really done anything wrong. I'm fortunate that Florence is not one to give cold treatment. These are a few of the many things for which I thank God for the kind of life He has given me in Florence. We have not had an easy life. Things have not always been smooth in our marriage. But thank God, the friendship we had before we married is stronger now than then. The respect we had for each other is still intact, and our desire to honor God in our marriage is as strong as ever. I am blessed, and I thank God for that. But that is only one side of the equation. A marriage cannot last 41 years just on the woman being wonderful. The success of a marriage takes two. And so I believe that Florence also will have to feel blessed and fortunate to have me for husband, or we do not really have a marriage. So, on my part, what have I done to ensure that our marriage thrives? Well, let me share a few with you.
Please do.
One, it is about the little things. I've learned that loving your wife is about the little things. For instance, mixing water for her bath to just the right temperature may not seem much, but it is one of the little things that make a huge difference. Another little thing. I learned early in my marriage that a woman loses the ability to fasten her brazier soon after marriage. And so in my house, I am the principal chief bra fastener.
Hey, Uncle.
And I discharge my duty enthusiastically and excellently. Wait, what are you saying? Florence loves to have water by her side of the bed in the night when she sleeps. And so there is a bottle of water by her side of the bed every time. You know, it is about the little things. 2, transparency and trust. I learned the hard way that trust is the currency of marriage. A woman needs to trust her husband. A woman wants to trust her husband. A woman thrives when she can trust her husband. So I've done my best to be transparent with Florence and to put in place trust-building measures on a regular basis. This is one of the reasons that I do not use a mobile phone, and the reason why for years the landline in our bedroom was on speaker only.
Mm-hmm.
The use of mobile phones is a cause of trouble in a lot of marriages. 3, it is all about respect. I don't raise my voice at my wife, and I don't do anything that would disrespect her either in private or in public. The temptation and opportunities to disrespect your wife abound in marriage, but I believe that a man must always control and restrain himself when dealing with his wife. 4, it's about her happiness. I know that happiness is a choice everyone makes for themselves, and that a man cannot really make a woman happy if she does not want to be happy. But a man must be attentive to the feelings of his wife and not be thoughtless when dealing with her. And that leads me to number 5. Sex is about the satisfaction and pleasure of your partner. One of the challenges in marriage for many couples is the tendency for the man to satisfy himself in sex and turn over and sleep without bothering to ensure that his wife has at least reached her climax. Well, I try not to be guilty of that. I try. And now listen, a disclaimer. I am not an angel and I am not perfect. Far from it. But I impose several measures on myself to just to keep me from hurting and disappointing my wife. And I keep working at becoming the husband Florence needs. And those are a few of the secrets behind this 41-year-old marriage. So, Bishop, thanks for 41 years. I love you. This fisherman, this boy from a fisherman's stock loves you. And I would say that's my presentation.
Thank you very, very much, Uncle White. And I'm sure there are lessons for all of us to learn. Particularly.
Wait. Why did you react to the fastening of the brazier?
No, the way you said it. The way you went about it.
The chief principal.
You see, in normal employment, this thing, after chief you go to principal, or after principal you go to Chief, depending on which company you're working. But you add the two. It means you enjoy what you do. Thank you very, very much, Uncle White. And once again, a happy 41st wedding anniversary. It means you actually got married. You attempted getting married on your birthday.
Yes, I actually wanted it to fall on my birthday, so I never forget the anniversary.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that year, 20th of July did not fall on a Saturday.
I get it now.
So it was intentional. I wanted, because...
Hello, Uncle.
The anniversary.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to avoid it. So on my birthday, but it didn't quite. So once I celebrate my birthday, I know I have something else to celebrate.
I get it. Anyway.
That's why I told you, I put a lot of measures in place just to save myself from trouble in my marriage.
You have to do that. Thank you very, very much, Uncle White, for joining us with Food for Thought, brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Time now for the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and build free solar hybrid air conditioners, superior cooling with lower energy.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and build free solar hybrid air conditioners, superior cooling with lower energy. Government is expected to commence service in Eurobond debts before the end of the year. However, that of bilateral creditors should start from 2026. Ghana has received $1.2 billion as savings from monies earned from crude oil exports since it started exporting the commodity in commercial quantities. The Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Reverend Daniel Ogbamitete, is asking financial sector players to be risk conscious and put in place measures to ensure sustainability. And financial markets in the US and Asia have fallen sharply as investors sell off shares in technology companies, with artificial intelligence stocks hit particularly hard. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and build free solar hybrid air conditioners, superior cooling with lower energy.
And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and they undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators and do generator rentals. They have branches nationwide, and you can locate their latest branches in Amrahia Frames Oil on the main Adenta Dodowa Road, East Legon Lagos Avenue Road opposite Tomrick Hotel, and Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9 just after the overhead, and then Kaswa off the Wager Kaswa Road near Simaf Cement Depot, and at Odoko where they have their head office, number 77 Anointed House off the Odoko Malam Road. Call them on 0243 480 334. But you know, in these times of high electricity tariffs, build freeze solar hybrid air conditioners are the air conditioners that you need to save you the cost of electricity. Build free solar hybrid air conditioners cools your buildings comfortably with very low energy consumption. The amazing part is these air conditioners are built to the latest German technologies that give you 80% more savings on electricity bills for using your traditional air conditioners. Build free solar hybrid air conditioners come with a 6-year warranty and free after-sales service for a year. Call us now on 0531 100 915, 0531 100 915. Build freeze cooling for the people at lower electricity tariffs. And we've told you this morning on Big Stories, it's a political Thursday. We're talking budget, we're talking CTAC strike, we're talking about the debate, whether to debate or not to debate. You had a majority in Parliament yesterday calling for a debate between John Mahama and Dr. Bawumia. Will that happen? We'll find out here on the Super Morning Show. But of course, we also get to tell you more about the National Ambulance Service contracting Auto Group Service Ghana Limited, no, that's Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, to actually maintain their vehicles. And Ken Oforiatta, according to documents before leaving office, actually sanctioned the payment of $10 million. I will tell you more about that. Big Story is brought to us by Telecel, connecting energies. Latest from your partner for life and Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Now, are you ready to be the next millionaire in town? The Telecel More Money promo is here. 1 million Ghana cedis. The grand prize is up for grabs, and it could be you. Yes, you. Simply reload your mobile using Telecel Cash Wallet and be part of the daily, weekly draws where you could win up to 30,000 Ghana cedis every week. Purchase data or airtime using your Telecel Cash Wallet and double your chances. Making payments onto your fixed broadband also gives you a chance to be the next millionaire. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. To opt in for free, dial star 500 hash or send win to 500 or visit the Telecel Play app. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Characters Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies. But you just picture this, okay? You're lying in bed after a long day seeking comfort and relaxation, but instead you're met with a mattress that sags beneath you, a reminder of shortcuts and compromises. Your comfort and well-being should have never been compromised. That's why we at Latest Foam prioritize quality above all else. Step into our showrooms and experience the difference for yourself. Our high-quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Picture waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. That's the Latest Foam promise. Invest in your well-being. Choose Latest Foam. Otherwise, shall you do yourself? Latest Foam, your partner for life. Visit us today and sleep better tonight. Call us on 0302-2311-55-62 or 0322-008499 or visit us online at latestfoamghana.com. But do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Do you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employment skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams? Enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards at our campus. For more information, visit lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact us via email at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call us on 020-960-7008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2,500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after-sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. Enjoy 99.7 FM. Bewu,
So when the man the BBIF, not for it. But the Akatia, ya boy, Yende, and you know, job, move, Benny, as a public drama from Betty, Sikone, to Mukone, I hope to win it to more bombs. I died there in the swam. I saw it so big. The super name is super set. Reading on these, Bibiaco super pepe, sweet lady in the Noom Casa de Dede, Fefe, Bobby, when the party palming, I can bring out super disobey. I'm a friend of what Jimmy so darling, so record passo. Your wish is my comment. Don't get that car. Your wish is my comment. Go home, mommy. Your wish is my comment. I am a wish is my
comment. On the set, the Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM. Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
What on mommy, where your mommy, what your mommy, hold on me, and so man, come on. The mama kadema kwa me pesa where your mommy. Ooh, release me, mommy call home. Please understand me and as a man, me don't have and I'm immediate. Didn't I come and I want to make pesa the wood. Say here or cry, I know it, popcorn. I simply as a mess so watch it and I come on. I'm a name who's in the Makasun them. The Tawasa so Makoma, I like you. But I love somebody else. I like you, but I love somebody else, ladies. Samophilia, young mohobium. I like you, but I love somebody else. I like you, but I love somebody else.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
Although in the water and yet the second.
Waba since man is a way I miss him. Big dog with the son and most Johnny Puma. Papa Fink one the Messi him. Wintina, Brian Mr. Sasakuma. Be a papa be eating other Jimmy D. Makuma him and the way I ever see. With the woman thing changes some of baby and me know your baby will see.
Akwe be ye, ubu dread, again, a dread.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Nadia no idea, open sa, yanka, now cage.
Yana me kuna kwade, odonya ofebe kanya wana meshe.
Where ye yet, akwe be ye, ubu dread, again, a dread.
Edie, media chre, oh, mamina so.
Nadia no idea, open sa, yanka, now cage you. Gonna for. When you and I know what I said, yes, I put on a baby to bear my Mammy, you're trying to cry here. When you come back, you won't fool. We're there for a honey, Bam, sorry about that. Come cry, I see what that. Up your board to the pumpkin, or about the camera. Watch them, Yana Senya, Nancy, I want my Kaibon, or Honey Sieno, Chroma, Kuchifu, and I see a bano. Yabuyama, but I will be out to them. I could you for, said comfort, and my idea. I feel better than a cock, and come. And you are so quiet, you have Coco, Brodia, so Brodia, and the Megan Fidium Yanka. Sikabu, or Wamba, when you come on school, or by the Peku, when I heard man, when I couldn't talk for Ukraine, or Hana Fuaba Fusa, or Nagai, I see a time on, or Yanima, Prapunadia Massano, or Tampuramo, what Tiamoto, Nanibis, what did I say? I did Prepo, right here, who could be able to see a bank, what for him, and the crack around saying what the saying.
Miana me kuna kwade, odonya ofebe kanya wana meshe.
Where ye yet, akwe be ye, ubu dread, again, a dread.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It is specially curated for sales leaders to make a transformative impact. For more information, call or WhatsApp 0502-711-070 or visit nslcaccra.org to register. Be part of the conversation on the 14th and 15th of August at the Accra International Conference Center for the conference organized by Sales Leaders for Sales Leaders. NSLC is supported by Telecel and Star Oil.
All right. Now, there's a message here that starts with Dear Mums. And even though, yes, I think majority of those it will apply to might be mums, I want to add dads as well because then they're inside. The message is, Dear Mums and Dads, aren't you tired of fighting with Junior each time he goes out to play? Because Junior wants to play. Junior has to play. But we know sometimes Junior's clothes can get terribly dirty. And who must do his laundry? You. We understand that laundry is hard work. So from today, join the millions of Ghanaian mums, sweet mummies and old girls and daddies who have gone back to their beloved Omo. The new Omo is packed with powerful stain removal properties, is extra gentle on the hands, and now has a unique sweet-smelling fragrance for all your clothes. You're fast. Grab Omo hand wash or Omo Auto for machine wash at any grocery shop or supermarket near you now. Omo, powerful stain removal with long-lasting fragrance.
But you see, sometimes too, the young boys and girls, right after they take their bath, then they go and sit on the floor. That one is no Omo matter. That one you must correct them small.
Oh, let them sit on the floor.
No. The sitting on the floor is not their clothes. Sitting on the floor is the fact that you finish. You know how difficult it is to, help them take their bath.
Anyway.
You have to go through. So you teach him that next time, don't do that. You give him a small handshake. Small handshake.
Well, you did this is your bullying tendency.
No, it's a small handshake.
What kind of small handshake?
No. You can't beat a child. You shake his hands. It's very important.
As for Vivian, I let him. Whatever. I remember when he was that age. He doesn't even realize that he just had a shower. He will immediately throw himself into the grass.
Oh,
and
okay.
You
shake his hands. Small.
Now,
are you tired of paying exorbitant electricity bills? If so, consider investing in a top-tier solar solution from Ghana's leading solar company, Translight Solar Limited, at highly competitive prices. With Translight Solar Systems, you can reduce your electricity cost and escape doom so permanently. Solar power is no longer just a backup for ECG, but a viable everyday energy source. Install a system from Translight Solar and enjoy uninterrupted power supply. Visit us at 98 Boundary Road, East Legon, between ARS and the American House. You can also visit our website at translightsolar.com or call us on 0504 249 229 or 0206 542 454 for early bird deals. Everywhere there's sunlight, there's Translight.
All right. Well, listen, the debate kicks off in just a short while, so make sure you're not going anywhere. Keep it on Joy. We're back after these.
Hey, Eradi, where are all these high bills coming from? Now, wait a minute here. In these times of high electricity tariffs, Build-Free Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners are your sure bet to cut down on electricity bills. Build-Freeze cool your buildings comfortably with very low energy consumption. The amazing part is the air conditioners are built with the latest German technologies that give you 80% savings on energy consumption compared to traditional air conditioners. Build-Freeze come with a 6-year warranty and free after-sale servicing for a year. Please call us for purchases on 053-1100-915, 053-1100-915. Build Freeze, superior cooling with lower energy.
Manchester City are the Premier League champions again.
When it's football you want, get it all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live. Because when it comes to football, we've got it all day, all night. No matter what package you're on, you're always going to get football on DSTV, your home of entertainment.
is Akrobeto. I like my mind peace. That's why I go get my bumper insurance from Holland Life. Just yesterday, my Abushapedi asked everybody to pay 1,000 Ghana cedis for a penny funeral. But Masa, Nukureni, and Mosomekora. My bumper helped me cover cost of funeral and any disability cost by paying 2 Ghana cedis per Bushumibia. A simple cry.
Yes, with as little as 2 Ghana cedis, you too can have peace of mind about cost of injury and funeral by simply registering with Mibambo Insurance from Holland Life. Just dial *269# on MTN or Telecel and follow the prompts. It's really that simple. Enjoy peace of mind today, knowing your tomorrow is covered. Mibambo Insurance, made for you.
Attention, facility management professionals. Get ready for the event of the year, the IFMA Global Africa Conference in Ghana, August 1st and 2nd at the UPSA Auditorium, hosted by the International Facility Management Association's Ghana chapter. This is your chance to meet the world's top FM experts, thought leaders, and innovators. Immerse yourself in groundbreaking keynotes, interactive panels, hands-on workshops, and unmatched networking sessions. Explore the future of facility management in Africa's booming built environments. Don't miss out on the epic gathering of minds and ideas. The IFMA Global Africa Conference, August 1st and 2nd at the UPSA Auditorium. Be there. Proudly sponsored by Fides Group. To register or to sponsor, please call 0558 368 544.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Hello?
Kwame, Charlie Woy, give no best start you. Obiawa, Salah Dinamnaba, Haland is Ukratio drinks no. Sakadi, or Chili one corner, the show Simenu, Vibin and Kwa, na Vinny Junior dear, Cecia no bow. Mata, Yen Tamnabra.
All your best football friends are waiting for you to join them for a thrilling football season on Go TV. Get Go TV Max now to enjoy La Liga, Serie A, Europa League, and more for only 140 Ghana cedis per month. Reconnect today, dial *759# and get all the action. Go TV, love it.
Exciting times indeed. No need to stress about always using your laptops or desktops to get news on your favorite news portal, myjoyonline.com. Life becomes easy with Joy. We've got you covered. Simply go to your app store on your mobile phone and download our new My Joy Online app, conveniently designed to enhance your reading experience. Watch and listen to your favorite MGO shows. Stay updated with our political, entertainment, sports, business, lifestyle, and research stories. Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
But Mr. Speaker, it is important that your MPs should not just follow your flag bearer. They should encourage your flag bearer to make himself available for a debate with Dr. Bawumia. Because you are, Mr. Speaker, in this election, we should make available facts to Ghanaians. And I would encourage us as parliamentarians to urge upon our flag bearers to avail themselves for a debate.
Mr. Speaker, how can a driver mate debate an experienced driver? Mr. Speaker, in this House, the spokesperson for the minority on the issues of finance is Honorable Adongo. The spokesperson for the minority for the issues of the economy is Honorable Kweku Rekithagen. And the spokesperson for the budget for the minority is Honorable Ampem Dako. Mr. Speaker, we all know that the chairman of the economic management team is the vice president. So the vice president can only debate Honorable Adongo. He should debate Honorable Adongo or debate Honorable Kweku Rekithagen.
ministry were not aware about any, and the team that went wasn't also representing Ghana, as it has been reported in some of the media. So the Norwegian authorities, that's the embassy, to never even had opportunity. Normally, even the Ministry of Youth and Sports, we don't issue letters directly to any of the embassies. We normally will write to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, for Ministry of Foreign Affairs to then work on our behalf to any of the specific embassies or missions. The Norwegian authority who issued the visas to the athletes didn't see it prudent to even verify from the ministry, because to see whether these are athletes, genuine athletes or not. So, to your question, whether I'll take responsibility, I'm sorry, I can't.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Everyone is running to Bills. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes with acquiring any of our loan facilities. For whoever you are and whatever you're doing, Bills has a product for you. No susu, no deposits. All you need is your Ghana card. Call 0302-200-390 or 0596-928-33 today and live a bill-free life. Bills Microcredit is licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed star 712 hash and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial star 712 hash. Now I can to tickets as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now win is the car cashier. Prizes are cashier in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Now join in the winning streak now.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Tune. You're welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's Political Thursday. We've got lots and lots to get through. Nana Akomeah is here. We're expecting Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa to join us shortly. Nana, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
It's nice to see you.
Same here. I missed you last week.
Yes. I was out of coverage area, but I'm back.
Well, you went on
just a bit of leave,
on this job. This job is so fun. I don't know why you want to go on leave.
Sometimes after you've had so much
when I
fun.
Listen to you people, you're having so much fun.
Yes, but when you have a lot of fun, you need to take a rest.
Yeah,
and then
because too much of everything. Too much
indeed,
of everything.
Indeed.
You must forgive my voice. I have a little cold today.
That's okay.
So,
well, we can still hear you quite clearly.
Samuel Okudzeto is running away from a debate.
Oh, that is not fair at all. He's actually pulling every string to make sure he can get here.
So he wants a debate.
There's a prior engagement that he's trying to deal with.
So he wants a debate.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. I think
I think he's actually around now.
He's here.
It's good to know.
There you go. Yeah. So he's here. All right. Just before we get into it, let me quickly remind you that the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority would like to inform all of us that a 2-month amnesty has been granted to all users of uncustomed vehicles, and it's from the 1st of August until the 30th of September. Now, this amnesty waives all penalties that would have been imposed if such vehicles had been impounded by personnel of the Customs Division. All users of uncustomed vehicles are encouraged to take advantage of this window and regularize documentation of their vehicles that have been illegally impounded into the country. Now, the general public should note that after the 1st of October 2024, the Customs Division will undertake a nationwide unannounced inspection of vehicles on the roads and impound all uncustomed vehicles. For further information, just go to the nearest Customs Division office or the GRA head office, which is off Starlet 91 Road near Accra Sports Stadium in the Ministries. You may also call the GRA toll-free on 0800 900 110 or email your information to info@gra.gov.gh or send a WhatsApp to 055 299 0000. Okay, and they will assist you, and that's a message from the Commissioner General. Well, he's arrived. Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa is the Honourable Member of Parliament for North Tongue, and no stranger to the show at all. And in fact, neither is Nana Akomeah. It's basically family reunion today. Hello and good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Kojo. Good to see you. Good morning, Nana.
Yeah, I must say we really appreciate the effort you made to be here, because we know that you had to sort of navigate a few.
Yes, we have a caucus meeting, so I went there and asked permission to be excused for this show, and then I'll return to the meeting.
We appreciate that very, very much indeed. Well, we've got lots to do. Now, just before we get into things, I wonder if I can pick your brains temporarily on a couple of... just before that, Churchill. Forgive me for this.
You are a man in a hurry.
Grievous oversight. Forgive me.
Are you a man in a hurry?
I don't know if I want to associate myself with that expression.
No, it's not. Not with the person, but with the expression. Are you a man in a hurry?
I'm certainly in a hurry this morning.
Okay,
we've got lots to get through.
Yes, but the best investment you can make is to invest in your child's education. And a good school with international standard education and facilities that will nurture your child and give them, the right fundamentals to be great in future. Let me introduce you to Metro Gold Schools. Yes, Metro Gold Schools located in Ablakwa, Kev. Admission is ongoing for Cambridge education. School starts from creche to grade 9 and children from aged 3 months to 14 years. Rationale for the September intake. School starts on the 10th of September. And Metro Gold Schools has boarding facilities and serene environment conducive for learning. It has boarding facilities, a tennis court, basketball court, swimming pool, and an AstroTurf pitch. Enroll your child now. Call or WhatsApp 0548050108. That's 0548050108. And you can visit mgs.edu.gh for admission details. Metro Gold Schools, your child deserves quality education.
Okay, now, are you looking for some good discounts on sanitary ware and tiles? Then you need to rush to Chemo Homes for their crazy summer sale. Now, with discounts up to 50% on over 200 products, their promo will end on the 31st of July 2024. Go visit their showroom on Spintex Road near Manet Junction or call them on 0244 334947.
And the new order of retirement is here. Now you can retire on your own terms with a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. Yes, simply invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Safe Salary Plan today and start receiving monthly income to enjoy the perfect retirement. It's that easy. And the best part is you get to enjoy a salary increase, 16% in 2023, 2024 as well. Call Old Mutual on 0504534333 or visit oldmutual.com.gh or simply dial *789 *01 hash to request a call or brab pa ahotonkwa. Old Mutual do great things every day.
They do, and so do we, thanks to you. So we're gonna get straight into it.
But before we get straight into it, let's just listen to what transpired in Parliament yesterday. Okay, listen to what transpired in Parliament yesterday.
But Mr. Speaker, it is important that your MPs should not just follow your flag bearer. They should encourage your flag bearer to make himself available for a debate with Dr. Bawumia. Because you are, Mr. Speaker, in this election, we should make available facts to Ghanaians. And I would encourage us as parliamentarians to urge upon our flag bearers to avail themselves for a debate.
Mr. Speaker, how can a driver mate debate an experienced driver? Mr. Speaker, in this house, The spokesperson for the minority on the issues of finance is Honorable Adongo. The spokesperson for the minority for the issues of the economy is Honorable Kweku Rekithagen. And the spokesperson for the budget for the minority is Honorable Ampem Dako. Mr. Speaker, we all know that the chairman of the economic management team is the vice president. So the vice president can only debate Honorable Adongo. He should debate Honorable Adongo or debate Honorable Kweku Rekithagen.
Yeah, so that's how it all unfolded in Parliament yesterday. All right, so you would have thought that anyone who wants to be president would take every opportunity to convince voters of why he should be chosen, he or she should be chosen as president. In the past, the presidential debate has been one of the most anticipated platforms for candidates to take that opportunity. And that's mainly because all other forms of communication tend to be preaching to the choir, if you will. You know, you're talking to your people at a rally. Nobody who is voting for your opponent will attend your rally. So when they go around the country doing their campaigns, they tend to be talking to captive audiences. It is only when they engage the media or when they have debates that the opportunity arises for them to actually convince those who may be on the fence. This time around, members of the NDC seem adamant that that's not the way to go. Mr. Okudzeto Ablakwa, why?
Well, good morning to you, Kojo. Good morning to Nana. Good morning to all the viewers and listeners of Joy. And let me extend very warm regards to everyone, and particularly the Professor Mills family. Yesterday we were with them at the Asumje Park to commemorate the 12th anniversary. A lot of them came all the way from Mfantsiman, Central Region, a few of them from Takwa, and very far afield. So I want to extend our warmest regard and continuous commiserations. You know that Professor Mills was my mentor. He discovered me, brought me into the limelight, and I owe him a great deal of gratitude and respect. And I hope that we'll continue to honor his memory by exhibiting what he taught us, how he mentored us, the values he imbibed in us, and may his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. This whole debate is becoming very interesting. And you know, it takes me back to what happened a few weeks ago in the United States of America. It was Joe Biden who actually called for a debate. He openly, and for weeks, he was very consistent at it, said that former President Trump should make my day, pal. That's how he used to put it. You know, come for a debate. Come, let's debate. Poor Joe Biden. He didn't know that would end his career. His illustrious, over 40-year, distinguished career ended that night. He had such a drubbing. Midway through the debate, his aides, they wanted to end the debate. Top advisors, look, they even started putting out statements that, oh, you know, we should have told you he had a cold, he's not been well, his doctors had even advised that he should take it easy and all of that. It didn't work. And he's been downhill since, until last Sunday when he threw in the towel. So we've seen this before. It's not the case that when you call for the debate, then it means that you are going to win the debate, or that you have some superior debating prowess that people are scared of. President Mahama, the former president and the incoming president, is one who is known on the debate floor. Indeed, until his arrival on the scene as president, there had been a long-standing tradition where presidents, incumbents, stay away from debates since 1992. It is former President Mahama who in 2012 said that even though I am the president, I'm incumbent, and we have this long-standing tradition, I would debate then opposition leader Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And all the analysis, all the experts, all the appraisals from experts who watched the debate said he did a great job and that he won the debate. That's what all the analysis pointed to. So the former president has debated as opposition leader, he's debated as president, even when in our history presidents have felt that, look, we really are not going to descend lower level and debate opposition elements. He said that no, he will depart from that culture and he will have a debate. Indeed, if you recall, in 2016 and 2020, we called for a debate and we were rebuffed. They said they were not going to debate us. Mahmoud Bawumia himself refused to debate us. So what has changed? What has changed? That suddenly the people who refused every opportunity to have a debate with former President Mahama, is it because of the nature of this campaign, how nobody is listening to them, they've become the butt of all jokes, they're being ridiculed all over the place? I mean, everywhere he goes, I mean, the statements he makes, the promises, it's been such a huge joke. The latest one is this 1 CD, 2 CD, per month for mobile phones. The youth, the Gen Z are having such a frenzy on social media. They say that you need at least 125 years to live to be able to pay for Bawumia's mobile phones.
Are they not taking that a little bit too literally? Yeah, was it not an example that he was giving?
Nobody put a gun to his head to say 1 CD, 2 CD. That's what he said. He could have mentioned any amount in the world. From 1 CD to 10,000. He decided to say 1 CD, 2 CD, and the youth are just. So why do you want to go and debate this? So there are many strategists and advisors within the NDC who say that, look, be careful. This man wants to use you to show up his, sunken image, his declining credibility on the political stage.
Can I ask about that?
And that you shouldn't go associate with him.
Forgive me, can I ask about that? Those who are giving this advice, why do they feel that a debate between Dr. Bawumia and John Mahama would shore up Dr. Bawumia? I mean, do they anticipate that he would win?
No, they really think that it gives him a platform that he doesn't deserve, because this is a man who has avoided the media.
A platform for what? For John Mahama to beat him?
The whole opportunity and all the attention, the eyeballs and all of that, especially when he has refused to be accountable. So you notice that many people have said that, look, go have a media press first. At least President Mahama consistently has held media engagements. He invites all. We are not talking about you are on a campaign trail and you go into a station and you have a pre-discussion, you have exchanged questions, they've shared synopsis with you, and you go to friendly media houses to have an interaction. That's not what we are talking about. A full-blown media engagement, open to all kinds of journalists from all sides, regardless of ideological idiosyncrasies and all of that. Subject yourself to that. He's refused. So there are many people who don't think that. Many people within the NDC. I mean, the former president, let me be honest, the former president himself has not told us his preference, whether he wants to do it or not. But his key advisors, national executives, very prominent elements within the NDC who think that, look, don't go and give the vice president that opportunity.
That's what I find interesting. I mean, so this suggestion that he should do a meet the press, I mean, I would love to, attend such an event. But why must it be a condition upon which a debate is based? Why why must that happen before a debate can be had between the two?
You know, so you see, many Ghanaians have been totally outraged at the lack of accountability. This is the only era, and I'm glad Nana Akomeah is here. He used to be information minister under President Kufuor. President Kufuor would do a meet the press. He even went beyond media, invited the general public, as many who can come, to come file questions directly. I mean, that is accountable leadership. Professor Mills, every 7th January, will invite journalists to the castle at the time, I recall. Will meet the press. President Mahama did same at the Flagstaff House. After 2 or 3 outings, President Akufo-Addo has totally shut the door to the media. His vice president is learning from him. He's the only person to have run a whole flag bearer campaign without any meet the press. And his flag bearer now refusing to meet the press. So people are asking legitimate questions that,
which is fair, but why must that stand in the way of a debate?
I mean, people are sharing their views on the matter. I mean, even him, why is he trying to even narrow the debate? Why does he think that the debate should be only on the economy? Because if you've heard him, he's calling for a debate on the economy. Why is he asking for a debate on his terms? And you see the approach. There ought to be respect, mutual respect. You know, where you go out there and say that, oh, I dare him, I challenge him, he can't debate because he's empty. Ab initio, the surest way to have your opponent, you know, avoid you and treat your request with contempt is when you are so condescending, you are so belligerent, you know, in your approach. I mean,
so you are falling into his trap.
Should that have been the approach, you know, and saying that you are empty, so you know you can't debate me, you are running away and all taunting and being very, very rude, you know, to put it bluntly. So that whole patapa approach has also not helped. But as I have indicated, we haven't heard from the former president himself. Recently, there was an IEA statement, which again was very disrespectful to the former president's office. They had not engaged them. All over the world, if you want to put out a debate schedule, you send a team, you have discussions with the presidential candidates, with their teams, their aides. The IEA didn't do that and just put out a schedule, you know. So the whole let's have a debate discussion has not been done properly. It's been, you know, situated within, if you like, an approach that says that let's taunt, let's even in that request, let's not be civil and respectful about it. Let's undermine him. Let's insult him. And certainly, I mean, your opponents are not going to honor that kind of invitation.
Okay. Yeah. Just before I bring in, and this is the very last thing I want to run by you in 30 seconds. You asked a question. You said, look, in the past, Dr. Bawumia actually refused to debate former president at the time, John Mahama. What has changed?
Yes.
Let me ask you the same question. Former President Mahama wanted a debate.
Yes.
What has changed?
I think it's largely the approach. As I said, we haven't heard from former President Mahama himself. And knowing him, I won't be surprised if, you know, he says, look, bring it on. But the people around him and within the NDC, and even Ghanaians generally, I've seen videos of market women say, no, President Mahama, don't do it. He should rather come and debate us in Parliament. You've heard the minority leader, ranking member say, no, rather come and debate us. You know, so there are many people who are saying that no. And if you're a leader of a party, you need to listen to your people. So I really think that it is the patapa approach and the very condescending nature in which this whole request has been put forward. That is really what has stifled progress on this debating matter.
Okay. Nana, the the call for Dr. Bawumia to actually do a meet the press, I mean, I've got to say, because I'm the press, it excites me. I would be very interested in such an event. Why not?
Kojo, let me also wish our audience a good Thursday morning, and my good friend Sami. You have to forgive my voice, like I said to you earlier. Recovering from a nasal situation, to put it nicely. I really don't want to join this conversation because the banter between you and Sami Okudzeto clearly shows that there's no need for me to join. There is a deep sense of panic within the NDC at the possibility of a debate among the presidential aspirants. And mind you, normally the debate is not just between the NPP candidate and the NDC candidate. Usually it's among all the presidential candidates. The sense of panic within the NDC is shocking, to say the least. And from your own questioning of Sami Okudzeto shows that you yourself, you are totally baffled at the attitude of the NDC. This deep, deep sense of panic. And Sami Okudzeto has reinforced that sense of panic within the NDC at the prospect of a debate among the presidential candidates. And it is striking. In every discerning Ghanaian, we have to take notice that somebody or a group who are asking for the mandate of the Ghanaian to govern, and they, in the process of asking for the mandate, they are telling Ghanaians that they have the best solutions and their opponents do not have what it takes. And yet, they will not want to meet their opponents at a single platform for everybody to test their ideas against each other's ideas. So Ghanaians will benefit. And that was your first sentiment, that we all know how the electorate will benefit from the people who are asking for the mandate to be at a single platform. That you are going on your own platforms, talking about yourself and talking against your opponents, which is fine. You still have that option. You will still go around and talk to your people and talk about yourself and damn your opponents. It's fine. But the electorate will not benefit as much as if all of you are together. So that whatever you say against your opponent and whatever conviction that you have will be tested. So Ghanaians can have the benefit of it. And this is common sense. And it's been a feature of our presidential elections, for the longest while. So the sense of panic within the NDC now is difficult to understand. Look,
is that the same sense of panic that led Dr. Bawumia in opposition to avoid debating former President Mahama?
Well, Kojo, this is the first time Dr. Bawumia is a flag bearer. I don't think Bawumia was a flag bearer in 2012 or 2016 or 2020. Bawumia is a flag bearer in 2024. Now, a debate is not by force if you don't want it, even though all of us will agree to the benefits to the electorate. It is not by force. But if you don't want it...
So why didn't you want it back then?
Which time?
When Dr. Bawumia, said that the former president should go and debate, market to women. It's pretty much the same thing that is being said.
In which year?
2016.
Okay. I haven't heard that. But
we have tapes.
No, I don't. Yeah. Kojo, I don't have a problem. Let me agree, even though I haven't heard it, that Bawumia said so. There was no panic what if Bawumia said so? What it means is that he didn't think it was necessary. But when you listen, and if the NDC come out to say, look, we don't think it's necessary and move on.
But they have said that.
Oh, they haven't said just that. Let me show you. Kojo, since this call came, they have said the IEA, the Institute of Economic Affairs, which traditionally have organized this presidential debate, they've come under attack from the NDC. And the NDC has actually accused the IEA of pandering to the whims of the NPP. How does a call for a debate and a signal of the readiness to organize that debate by the institution which has traditionally organized this debate way back, how does a same call this year amount to pandering to the whims of the NPP?
But
and
they put out a schedule.
You get.
They put out a schedule, didn't
yes.
they? The NPP has not objected to that schedule.
We haven't reacted to it.
Which suggests that you're okay with it.
And I'm saying we haven't reacted to it. It is now that the IEA will sit down with the parties to get everybody on.
Does that seem the right way to do things, even logistically? You put out a timetable when you haven't checked with.
The past?
They didn't talk to anybody before putting out a schedule in the past?
But even if they have departed from the past, how does that amount to pandering to the whims of the NPP?
Maybe it's
that
just
doesn't make sense.
Maybe the suggestion,
now,
the fact that the NPP hasn't responded,
yes,
with the same, disagreement to being committed to something without being consulted, is suggesting
merely
that the NPP is okay with it.
Announcing a readiness and a proposed schedule. That's not committing anybody. They are now going to meet with the presidential candidates to ensure a consensus. This is the proposal. Are the dates okay? Where are the venues? Who would you like to be the moderators? All of this will be decided with the political parties. What they've done is a proposal. And I'm saying that, as far as I know, this has been the regular way that they do it. Even if they have departed, how does that amount to pandering to the whims of the NPP? Then, beyond the attack of the IEA, they say, oh, Bawumia, if he wants a debate, he should go and debate market women. Then they say, oh, Bawumia, if you want the debate, we have members of parliament. And they've named like 7 of them. Go and organize a debate with these 7 members of parliament and debate them. And then they've even had videos. And one video I saw last night, they had my good friend Kennedy Ajapon. And now it's a debate between Kennedy Ajapon and Bawumia. And they said that really is the debate. And they've played back sentiments expressed by Kennedy Ajapon during the NPP primaries. Forgetting that Kennedy Ajapon is a key figure in the NPP Bawumia campaign as we speak. Then you listen to Samuel Okudzeto this morning. He gives the impression that, oh, actually, a debate would expose Bawumia. It would totally expose his weakness. And he gives us the example of President Biden, of how he called for a debate. And that debate ended the career of Biden. Now, as we speak, you want to end the career of Bawumia. You want to defeat him. So if a debate is surely going to end the career of Dr. Bawumia, I thought you would be the first to jump for it, to do him in quickly. But we have been told that Bawumia is going to be, totally exposed, as Biden has been exposed. That's what we've been told this morning. Yet they won't do the debate. Now, they say, in answer to your question, they were also been told by Samuel Okudzeto that Bawumia hasn't shown accountability. Now if he hasn't shown accountability, the debate would expose him, because the debate would allow you to force him to account. Then we've been told that, Bawumia, by the same good friend Samuel Okudzeto this morning, Bawumia has not met the media, so we can't debate him. And you kept asking him, but how is that a condition? I mean, the election is going to be in December, another 4 or 5 months away. And Bawumia's schedule includes meetings with the media as we go forward. But how does a presidential debate preclude a meeting or a press conference with the media? How does it preclude? So if you have a debate, it means that Bawumia is not going to meet the media. So he has to go and meet the media first. And Kojo, you were totally baffled at these sentiments that were being expressed. Then we have been told, further to your own questions, that another reason is that Bawumia hasn't been respectful. He hasn't respected John Mahama. That his call for a debate has been done in a manner that, let me look at some of the words they use. They said, Samuel Kujo said he's been belligerent. He has been rude. He has shown patapa. Somebody merely calling for a debate.
Is that not fair comment when Dr. Bawumia has said things like former President Mahama is empty?
And what has President Mahama not said about Bawumia? Do you want me to repeat what some of the things that President Mahama says about Dr. Bawumia?
But would you be surprised if...
So I'm saying, if the man has called you empty, a debate is a chance to show him up, isn't it? Oh, Kojo, can you understand what is going on? Except to conclude that there is absolute panic within the NDC. You look at the reasons they've given, attacking the IEA, setting so many preconditions. Now we've had new conditions. They say Bawumia is rude, he's not polite, he's belligerent, he's shown patapa, he hasn't met the press. And at the same time, we are being told that the debate would expose Bawumia and end his political career. It's a difficult matter. My conclusion is that the electorate should take notice that a major political party, a major presidential candidate representing the party, who's asking for their mandate and who's making claims for himself and against his opponents, is not prepared to be put on a platform where those claims can be tested and where he can be held accountable for those claims. The electorate should just take note that clearly there's panic.
All right. Well, I'm looking at our clock and I know exactly how much time we have left and the weighty issues we want to deal with. Not least of which is the latest revelation from Okudzeto Ablakwa regarding maintenance contracts for these ambulances. So with your permission, I would like us to move on to that. And this time around, and I think I'll start with you. We've all seen the headlines. We've all heard the latest information. If there's more, we might hear that today. But the details on their own, on the face of it, must be alarming. I mean, a company that was engaged to do this work even before they were a company. At some point, they then became a company. And during the execution of this contract, the Auditor General found them to have consistently over-invoiced government. Not only were they over-invoicing government, but they were also using government employees and facilities to deliver the contract that they were over-invoicing government for. Then, of course, we have the latest decision by the former finance minister to authorize a payment of up to $34 million for spare parts for 107 ambulances. An amount which is very difficult to explain, bearing in mind what is to be maintained or what spare parts are to be purchased. Then it gets even more intriguing when you look at the people behind this company. One of them, a business partner of the president's daughters. Surely this is troubling, is it not, Nana?
Well, Kojo, I think these issues were raised by Samuel Okudzeto. I think when it comes to the oversight responsibility of Parliament. Sami Okudzeto does better than his effort to avoid a debate. And that if he was going to come with the same forthrightness that he comes with in terms of trying to seek accountability, if he comes with the same forthrightness to a debate, he would do himself a word of good. But this business about Bawumia, somebody being belligerent and rude and patapa and Joe Biden and all of that.
Well, you've made those points already.
I'm making them again in connection with that. But like what I'm saying is that Sami has been forthright and in terms of parliamentary oversight over public spending, and it's commendable. I haven't followed the details of this new issue about the maintenance contracts for the ambulances. But from what you have said to me this morning, that there seems to be some impropriety about the engagement of the contractor in terms of even the registration and the contract. I remember something like this happened in the past, and we all spoke about it in terms of the bus branding. When you look at the report, it showed clearly that the contracts were given to the companies when they hadn't even gone through the bidding process and so on. You've told me that the Auditor General has raised issues about the company, and you've also said that the contract sum seem outrageous compared to. Then you've also talked about possibility of insider dealing and so on. Be that as it may, I haven't had a response from the respective ministries that Sami Okudzeto and yourself mentioned. There's the Ministry of Finance and probably the Ministry of Health, since these are for ambulances. And I don't know if you have had any response from them.
None yet.
Okay, but have you made effort to contact them?
Well, of course. I mean, this is a running story, and we have been seeking their input on it since it came out. Yes.
So I would use this platform to urge the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Health to talk to the issues, because Sami is raising very important issues about propriety, procurement, insider dealings, which, if there's a clear explanation, should be offered. Because all of us, no matter where we stand politically, want to ensure there's accountability. Because monies that are not spent well affects all of us. If I don't have street lights on my street, because monies are being misspent, it will affect me and many Ghanaians. If the police numbers are not enough and monies are being misspent, it will affect all of us. So all of us are interested in accountability. And so I would urge the two ministries to be proactive. The issues have been raised. I'm sure Sami Okudzeto had some documents to support his case. And so I would urge that in the pursuit of transparency and accountability, the two ministries should avail themselves to respond to the issues.
Nana, what would you say to a finance minister who, knowing that a company contracted to provide a service to the health ministry has been over-invoicing, basically cheating government, according to our own Auditor General's report, knowing this, would authorize further payments up to $34 million to be made to this company for spare parts?
From what I heard, I thought it was $10 million.
$10 million was paid immediately.
Okay.
But the total to be paid is 34 million.
Well, like I said, I don't have the benefit of the response. from what we have been provided with, documentation and so on, it looks like there's a case to answer.
I mean, it happened.
Yes.
So,
well,
it happened.
If it happened, if it happened, then there's a case to answer. And like I said, I'll urge the finance ministry and the Ministry of Health to be forthright and come out to respond to the issues, because these issues go to prudence in the financial management and so on. So if they don't want a debate, then of course they would they would suffer from what the NDC is suffering from now. But Sami, isn't it possible that Parliament can take, I don't know, I've been a member of Parliament before, and I've always believed that, and I've told Sami quite a few times, that Parliament is the constitutional body seized with oversight of the public purse. And Parliament has the power to summon anybody who uses public funds to come and account to it as to how prudent they have been in using the public funds. Parliament has that absolute power. They can hold the minister before the plenary or hold any official before a committee of Parliament, in which case probably the committee would be a joint committee of health and finance. Hold anybody who has played a role in this matter or any other matter that involves public finance before a committee, and they can even do live recordings of the proceedings. And so I would not want to leave it at the stage where Sami Okudzeto is providing these difficulties as part of his oversight role as a member of Parliament, and then there is no response. The public good is not served. You said you have made efforts. When I say you, I mean multimedia, Joy FM, and you haven't gotten any response yet. So after this morning's discussion, what happens? Do we leave it? How is the public interest served? The public interest will be served in knowing if the issues are true or if the issues are justifiable or not. And so Parliament Sami Okudzeto would have to use the platform of Parliament to get some of these people to come and account. But like I'm saying, as it is from the documentation provided, clearly there seems to be a case to answer as far as the use of public funding is concerned in these maintenance contracts.
Mr. Okudzeto Ablakwa, has there been any sort of overture or response from either of these ministries to the revelations you've made?
No, not at all. They have been very elusive and evasive. I have filed urgent questions in Parliament, so we'll see how that goes. But I can also confirm to you that because of the urgency, for the parliamentary processes, it can take time. And I am racing against time to stop the imminent payment of the balance of $24.9 million. At the end of the day, my main motivation in all of these oversight duties, as the Constitution requires of us as MPs, is to protect the public purse. So I have promptly petitioned the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Yeah.
I have a copy of the acknowledgement here. I petitioned on the 22nd of July 2024. And let me quickly read through the reliefs I'm seeking very quickly. I therefore petition your good offices to conduct criminal investigations into the following and any other matters connected to the facts presented in this petition. 1. The unlawful award of the contracts to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited. 2. The instances of inflation of invoices by the Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for the servicing of ambulances. 3. The alarming inflation of the unconscionable $34.9 million contract, supposedly for the purchase of spare parts for 307 ambulances. 4. That you take urgent steps in the supreme national interest to stop the imminent payment of the remaining $24.9 million pending the final determination of your investigations. 5, that you investigate the extent to which the very close business association between a director of Service Ghana Auto Group Limited by name Stephen Okoro with the daughters of President Akufo-Addo, Jankroma Akufo-Addo and Edwin Akufo-Addo, who altogether incorporated Good Box Limited on the 12th of August 2020 and also incorporated Good Grow Limited on 20th August 2020, may have influenced the irregular award and unconscionable terms of this ambulance spare parts transaction. It is particularly instructive to highlight that Mr. Stephen Okoro and Jankroma Akufo-Addo are both directors of SFO Initiatives Limited, incorporated on 9th August 2013. Please see attached the incorporation documents of Good Box Limited, Good Grow Limited, and SFO Initiatives Limited, counting on your cooperation in the service of God and country. So these are the reliefs we are seeking from the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And you see, Nana, if you read this Auditor General's report.
One second. You said the parliamentary process was going to take a bit of time.
Yes.
But the Office of the Special Prosecutor, in my view, will even take a longer time. Now, if you petition the Office of the Speaker, presented these documents to the Speaker, and the Speaker thought that there was a good case, many questions to answer, and the Speaker then requests a joint meeting of let's say health and finance to meet with the officials and go into the issues. I thought that would be a quicker way to get to the bottom of the matters than referring it to the OSP, who then has the discretion, depending on the number of cases that he has, to go into this. You said you don't have time. The OSP, I even heard, even the Supreme Court of Ghana is so burdened with numbers of cases and so on. But I thought that the parliamentary route would be quicker and we can get some resolution of these matters.
So, Nana, I have explained that I am using both routes. What happens with Parliament when you file these urgent questions is that the Speaker is the sole judge of admissibility and there are standing orders. He will take time to assess and admit. I know that he's been acting very efficiently on this. However, under the standing orders, the ministers then have 2 weeks to respond. So that's 2 weeks already, and you can't really rush them.
Can the Speaker refer the matters to a joint committee immediately?
So those happen when the minister has come to respond and the responses have not been satisfactory. Then the Speaker can then rule and say that, look, these matters will have to be looked at further. Another route is to come by a motion, where an MP submits a motion which must be admitted by the Speaker. Then it is debated, and then the House can pass a resolution that let us then set up a committee or refer the matters to a joint committee to look at.
Or if you made a statement on the floor, tendering all these documents, the Speaker can then rule that the issues that are being raised are such that the joint committee should meet immediately.
That is another option.
Anyway, but those are just my
except that with statements, the standing orders provide that statements should not evoke debate, and so it's not likely that a statement of this nature will be admitted. They would rather prefer a motion which must be debated because of the extreme partisan nature of the House. I mean, these are matters that will face some contentious defense. So I think that the processes that have been activated will work. At the end of the day, it's about pursuing these matters, piling pressure, making sure that both Parliament and the OSP act swiftly.
You are the same person in pursuit of your oversight.
Yeah.
You refer the matters regarding SNIT
yes,
to SHRAG.
Yes.
That's about 2-3 months ago.
Yes, about
There's progress.
Yeah, about 2 months ago.
Is there any progress?
Yes, we've been meeting them, but they have not finalized their report.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's why I'm raising these issues. That
Yeah.
if we,
But
anyway,
you see, in this instance, we want the OSP to carry out an interim measure to injunct the Minister for Finance not to proceed with the second payment. The $10 million has been paid already, but the outstanding 24.9, that's what we want to stop. Eventually, we'll have to go into these matters and even retrieve the $10 million. And this Auditor General's report, a copy of which I have in my hands, reveals that this company, for the earlier engagements, for which we paid them 150 million Ghana cedis between 2020 and 2023, they owe us money. I mean, you look at paragraph 7 of this Auditor General's report. The Auditor General reveals that we also noted that the National Ambulance Service processed and paid for labor to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, a third-party service provider, with inflated invoices, despite the service provider using National Ambulance Service staff to carry out maintenance works. The Auditor General concluded after this that the company owes Ghana money. They haven't paid. You continue to other paragraphs in this Auditor General's report, page 32. It says that, paragraph 74, we also noted that from January to August 2020, National Ambulance Service engaged workshops outside the 5 listed workshops that had standing contract with the service. We observe, for instance, National Ambulance Service referred the maintenance of the ambulances to Luxury World Auto Group Limited, and in some cases, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, both of which National Ambulance Service did not have any agreement at the time. So between January and August, when National Ambulance Service started dealing with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, the notorious company at the center of this whole scandal, there was no agreement. The Auditor General continues. In addition, records from the Registrar General's Department revealed that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited was registered on 24th April 2020. Therefore, from January to April 2020, when National Ambulance Service referred maintenance works to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, it was not a registered company with the Registrar General's Department. Nana, meanwhile, by this time, this company had been paid 107 million Ghana cedis when they were not registered. It continues. Furthermore, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited was registered to do business in the sale of motor vehicles, motor vehicle parts and accessories, but not maintenance of vehicles.
So this is the Auditor General's
Auditor General's report
for
2022.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And the Auditor General submits its report to Parliament.
Yes.
Which then refers it to the Public Accounts Committee.
Yes.
So in those 2 years, what has happened in Parliament?
So that has been done. The Public Accounts Committee has affirmed this. Indeed, management did not challenge any of the findings. The management,
has there been a public hearing by the Public Accounts Committee on this Auditor General's report?
Yes, there has been.
Really?
Yeah.
And they looked at this issue?
Yes, they looked at all these issues. That is why we are shocked that the Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, after all of this, will still engage this company. Because this company ought to have been blacklisted. You don't give them another $34.9 million
But you are saying
contract.
that this has already come before Parliament?
Yes, it has. Yes.
Before the Public Accounts Committee?
Yes, it has.
Yes, the 2022 Auditor General's report has been
Did you
debated.
hear Kojo, the committee flag this matter?
This particular, I didn't follow every hearing of the committee, I must confess. I didn't follow every hearing of the committee.
I've followed up with the, I don't serve on the Public Account Committee, but the Honorable James Abeji says that, it came up. There was no challenge from the management. They rather promised to do things differently moving forward. So they've looked at it, and they asked the refunds that ought to be done. They asked them to go ahead and do it. So every paragraph of this is so damning. Look at paragraph 77. 8 months after doing business with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, 5 months after the company was registered, the Ministry of Special Development Initiatives, now Special Development Initiative Secretariat, on 10 September 2020, signed an MOU with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, with National Ambulance Service being a key witness in that agreement. 8 months after, they had engaged them, they were paying them before they signed an agreement with them. I mean, incredible. You come to paragraph 81. Clause 1.3 of the MOU with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited stipulates that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited shall provide all necessary labor professional, supervisory, and personnel required to perform maintenance services at the National Ambulance Service workshops. Proposals made by the company to qualify for the contract to provide services presupposes that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited had the complement of staff at the workshops needed for all works required. In the contrary, we noted during our audit that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited used National Ambulance Service staff to carry out maintenance of the ambulances at National Ambulance Service workshop located in Kolebu and Tafu Agric Directorate in Kumasi. National Ambulance staff were used for maintenance works and their services paid by the service to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited while they were on National Ambulance Service payroll. At the Kolebu workshop, National Ambulance had 6 staff and Service Ghana Auto Group Limited had only one staff. While at the Kumasi workshop, National Ambulance Service had 5 staff and SGAGL had 2 staff. As our observation shows, out of the 14 staff working in both Kumasi and Kolebu workshops, only 3 are staff of Service Ghana Auto Group Limited. Despite National Ambulance Service staff working on the ambulances, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited charged National Ambulance Service for cost of labor for all maintenance activities carried out. The very staff that we found to have carried out the maintenance for which Service Ghana Auto Group Limited invoiced were on National Ambulance Service staff payroll. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? After all this, you give them a $34.9 million and on that same day, you instruct the Controller Accountant General, 9 February, that they should release $10 million, which they have done. And from the tracking I have all the gift miss documents here. On the 23rd of February, the company received the $10 million, which was equivalent at the time to 120.7 million Ghana cedis. I mean, why do we do this to our country? And you see, I have all the incorporation documents here, Nana. Imagine what Nana Akomeah would have done to an NDC government if it emerged that President Mahama is even gone beyond family and friends, and such dubious contracts are being awarded to family associates. This is the incorporation document for SFO Initiatives Limited. Date of registration, 9th August 2013. The directors in the company, Stephen Okoro, Jankroma Akufo-Addo. This is it. This is it. I'm not making anything up. Then, when her dad becomes president, 12 August 2020, they register Good Box Limited. These are the incorporation documents for Good Box Limited. The principal activity, they said they were going to operate a gym. Directors, Jankroma Akufo-Addo, Edwina Akufo-Addo. Company secretary, Stephen Okoro. And interestingly, the shareholder in Good Box is Mr. Kelly Gajepo, who at the time was an appointee of the president. ECG board chair.
Good Box.
Good Box.
So they are into sports equipment?
Yes, into gym. They're going to run a gym. They're going to operate a gym.
So they have nothing to do with this.
No, so we are just showing. No, we're just showing the association. Yeah, because Stephen Okoro is director of Service Ghana Auto Group Limited.
My small worries.
Let me continue. 20th August, they incorporate another company called Good Grow Limited. This time they say they are going to grow and farm cannabis for cannabidiol. This was a few weeks after we had, legalized, this whole marijuana farming for pharmaceutical purposes. And you see the same actors, Stephen Okoro, Jankroma Akufo-Addo, Edwina Akufo-Addo. So you see a close business association. And indeed, insiders have told me that it's even more than just business association. So
what do you mean by that?
So it doesn't help.
What do you mean by that?
You can do your own checks between Stephen Okoro and Jankroma Akufo-Addo.
Okay, but
so you see, when we talk about conflict of interest, we talk about insider dealing. I mean, this is a finance minister who is signing this approval, instructing that money should be paid, $10 million out of the $34.9 million to his nieces. Really, that's what this is about.
My small worry.
We
do have to take a break.
My small worry is that. What does this say about the work of the Public Accounts Committee and Parliament in general?
Let's raise that and other questions when we come back. We also have to touch on the media review. We'll take some messages and be back after this.
Manchester City are the Premier League champions again.
When it's football you want, get it all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live. Because when it comes to football, we've got it all day, all night. No matter what package you're on, you're always going to get football on DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Life transforming messages, anointed ministrations, uplifting praise and worship. Experience God's presence and power at Greater Works 2024. Speakers: Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Mike Okonkwo, and host Pastor Mensa Otabil. Date: Monday 29th July to Friday 2nd August. Morning sessions from Tuesday 30th July to Friday 2nd August. Time: 9 a.m. Evening sessions. Time: 5 p.m. each night. Venue: ICGC Christ Temple East. Special song ministration by Nathaniel Bassi. Also ministering ICGC choirs and worship leaders. Each evening will end with a praise jam session, which will climax on Friday with extended praise night. Buses will be available at vantage points across the city to bring you to Christ Temple East and back. Visit gwcentral.org and our social media handles for more details. See you there.
It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down.
Well, you're welcome back. Goodness, the clock is really ticking here. We do have to touch on the media review which happened on Tuesday. I can only give about 3 minutes to each of you for very, very brief thoughts on this. And I'll start with you, Mr. Okudzeto Ablakwa.
Look, Kojo, if you reflect on the depressing matters that I talked about a few minutes ago, you ask yourself, all of these budget processes, all these taxes that are being collected, are we as a country performing at our optimum? All these budgets will be meaningless if we collect taxes and use it for things like this. $113,000 for spare parts. Look, I keep reminding colleagues that Malaysia, Singapore, the Asian tigers we celebrate today, it took them only 30 years. Rwanda, that is now way ahead of us, it took them less than 30 years to be transformed. We are still here marking time after 32 years of the Fourth Republic. All of these budgets, look, the Akufo-Addo administration has added over 40 taxes. The people are strangulating. We are burdened. If at least we had some guarantees that these monies will be put to good use. So that's how I look at all of these budget statements that they read on and on and on. I think that it's high time we amend our standing orders and give these ministers. Look, I look at what happens also. House of Commons, it doesn't go beyond maximum 20 to 30 minutes. They come and go on and on repeating themselves. Look, what the Ghanaian people were expecting is that these excruciating taxes, why are we still paying COVID levy? We are the only country in the world, 2 years after COVID, declared no longer a pandemic by the World Health Organization. We are still paying COVID levy. Why do we have a betting tax? Why do we have this so-called sanitation tax? And our sanitation situation has worsened. There are so many of these taxes that can go. That should not be there. And they should be really telling us how they are going to block all these loopholes, the disregard for our procurement laws, the blatant corruption, which is now at dizzying heights and is being done with impunity in your face. We are doing it with our family members. You can go to hell, say whatever you want. We don't care. That is our economic situation. And you look at the challenges in our health sector. If you have $34.9 million to spend Comfort Noche is saying that they don't have machines. They are turning away dialysis patients. 18 people died at Kolebu not too long ago. The health minister told us in parliament that Ghana has only 4 functioning MRI machines. Can you believe that? 4. My region, Volta region, and OT region, we don't even have one. You get an accident, there is some bleeding in the brain, that's it. Forget it. No MRI machine. That is the state of our health sector. Collapsing, no incubators, pregnant women delivering on bare floors. So what is the relevance of all of these long budget speeches if we cannot just guarantee that our resources will be put to good use to improve the living conditions of the people?
So to you, there was no point to it?
Absolutely no point. A total waste of our time.
No.
Well, how many minutes do we have?
3.
Okay. Let me just cut to the chase. Now, Sami Okudzeto has painted a gloomy picture. I am not going to debate that picture. He talked about corruption and non-prudent use of public resources, taxes, and so on. So he talked about sanitation when we can't see any major significant improvement in sanitation in our cities and so on. Health. But you see, because we don't have a lot of time, all of these ills that Sami talks about, all of these ills were present when John Mahama was president and Sami Okudzeto was a minister of state. The corruption, if we're going to talk about the instances of corruption in that period, we will not leave the studio this morning. The misuse of public funding, the engagement of family and friends. In fact, the term family and friends was actually used for the first time in the political history of this country to describe the John Mahama government.
Does that have a bearing on our current situation?
Yes, it has. I'll give me 2 seconds, you'll see. So the economy, we went to the IMFs. At that time, you didn't have the devastation of COVID and all of that. But my conclusion, because we don't have a lot of time, is that if we are going to look for an alternative to get some significant improvement in some of these lamentations, then it cannot be John Mahama. Because all of these lamentations applied during his tenure as president of Ghana, the 4.5 years between 2012 and 2016. So the lamentations can be made, but at the end of the day, what is the way forward? What is the alternative that we have? The alternative cannot be what the NDC is giving us. The alternative can only be the new person in the person of Dr. Bawumia. Since we don't have a lot of time, this is where I'll keep my comments.
All right. Well, I want to say a big thank you to both of you. I don't take lightly the sacrifice you made to be here with us this morning. Appreciate it.
With this, his claim of the new person, does that mean Dr. Bawumia was not a member of this government? He's not a vice president?
No, he's a vice president.
And he's a new person?
Yes, he's not to the presidential.
New has a new definition.
Sami has granted us 30 seconds each for closing comments.
Okay, so let's do it.
So I'll start with you, Mr. Ablakwa.
Look, let's take the Ghanaian people seriously. Dr. Bawumia cannot represent that break that this country needs from the current quagmire, the current national decay. The only way we can all get to the bottom of all these things. Look at the things that I'm discovering from opposition. Imagine what we will find when we take over. That is why I agree with incoming President Mahama when he says that a vote for Bawumia is a vote for Akufo-Addo, because he will come and protect this, cover up all of this rot. Just for accountability, we need change so that we can hold people accountable. We can retrieve our monies. the billions of dollars in the wrong hands, wrong pockets, ought to be retrieved for national reconstruction. That alone is the case for change. And I hope the Ghanaian people would not disappoint Ghana. This is a second, independent struggle, if you like, to retake our country and reposition it for transformation, to create real opportunities for the people of our country.
No.
Well, when Professor Mills was campaigning for president, we all said he's not going to be his own man. But Samuel Okudzeto has told us that Professor Mills was such a fantastic president, and he was his mentor.
Absolutely.
In the same way, Bawumia would be his own man. I have no doubt in my mind that he will look at national issues and where attention should be placed for the good of the country. Transparency, accountability. He will do that. We've seen from the sentiments he has expressed when he gave a speech, this maiden speech at the UPSA, some of the departures that he announced. These things are core policies of the current government. And he was able to tell the country that I will chart a new course. And this and that that are happening now, if they do not change, when I become president, I'll change them. There is no bolder statement by any sitting vice president looking to be president. So Ghanaians should rest assured. Now, when it comes to responsibility, that's my conclusion. My NDC friends, they like to say that, well, the difficulties they have with the government, and some of which Samuel Okudzeto has lamented, Bawumia is responsible. How a vice president can be the responsible officer in the government? How about John Mahama, who was president? So if it doesn't reflect well on John Mahama, because he had responsibility as a president.
Okay. Thank you both once again for your time with us this morning. And I thank you for listening. Stay with us. There's a bit more to come. There's something very special being done by our brothers and sisters in the medical fraternity. And it's all to protect children. Stay tuned. We'll tell you more after these.
Pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma. The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
The luckiest
*712#.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Welcome and now for a dial *712# and found no regrets. A side comma investors are a striking gold. A comma health workers are a diagnosing luck with precision. A side comma that tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. Say a comma passionate fan or also entering containing a joy. Afraid to the seamstresser or turning a hard end stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now a comma if you say your next big win is right here.
Dial *712# and join the luckiest winning celebration. From the 1st of July 2024, dial *712# to keep buying tickets as a group, individual, or even as a community. Win loads of cash and prizes in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with *712#. Join the winning streak now.
The luckiest
*712#.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Oh.
And thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And we told you that we're going to be joined by our friends from the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. In fact, our friend, Dr. Emmanuel Gilbert Ahulu, who is a senior medical officer. We're talking about aspiration pneumonia awareness this morning. He's going to be telling us what that's all about and how we can prevent it. Dr. Ahulu, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston.
Hope you're doing very well.
I'm doing great.
Great. We thank God. So tell us first of all, before we get into everything we need to know about prevention, what's aspiration pneumonia all about, and why should we be concerned in the first place?
Okay. Good morning to you and your listeners. I must say I'm an ardent listener of Super Morning Show.
Okay.
So I know Akpafu, I know all the interesting things. So it feels like a full circle moment to be here this morning.
Yeah, it's good to have you join us. And you've just been telling me about your own family life, and I recognize that your father-in-law is my good friend.
Yeah.
It's like a father to me also.
Great.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell us. Let's continue.
So we are from Kolebu Teaching Hospital, the pediatric ICU, where we would see children who are critically ill. We've observed a trend of people coming in with a condition called aspiration, particularly food or liquid going into the lungs apart from air. You know, the lung is made only for air. Apart from the structural units of the lungs, air is the only thing allowed to go into the lungs. So if food, liquids, any toxic substance goes into the lungs, it is called aspiration. And now aspiration pneumonia occurs when whatever substance that went into the lungs has caused the bacterial infection of the lungs. Then we call it aspiration pneumonia. So the pneumonia is a term for the infection. And we are having a campaign called Protect My Little Lungs, that's shown in my t-shirt. We are being a voice of the children we see. And then we are telling our parents, our carers, to protect our lungs and help us prevent aspiration pneumonia.
How do they do that?
Great. So before I go in, I'll talk about the statistics to let the people know how grave this condition is. From the year 2020 to the year 2023, we've had about 48 cases of such conditions, and I would say that forms about 5% of our cases. The number looks small, but if you consider all the cases that come into the pediatric ICU from sickle cell, cancers, all these conditions, and having 5% being a particular condition, that makes it a grave condition. Worsening factor is the fact that, another worsening statistics is the fact that of all these cases that come in, 30% of them are likely to die. And for those who have aspiration caused by force feeding, if you take 10 out of them, 7% may die. And you know, the trend has been going on for a while, and something we can avoid, is something we can do something about, and that is why we are waging war against it. I will talk about the causes of aspiration pneumonia. We have the medical causes and the non-medical causes. So anything that would make food or liquid go mistakenly into your lungs. And for the medical causes, we have children, preterms. If a child is born preterm, you know, the body is still developing, and the body coordinates every action depending on the age or the gestation the child is born. So for preterms, they've not gotten to the stage where their brain is able to coordinate their swallowing or their coughing, what we call a cough reflex or a swallowing reflex. And so because of that, they are at risk of mistakenly sending food into your lungs. And mind you, the only thing that demarcates the airway from the food pipe is a small flap of tissue called the epiglottis. And so you have to be able to coordinate it with your brain.
So Doc, let me bring you to the non-medical one, the food. I mean, how do we go about it? I mean, what causes this problem?
Okay, so for the non-medical causes, the first and most important one is force feeding. And you know, I'm pretty sure all of us have either been victims or accomplices of force feeding. You know, when you have a child who is not feeding, as a concerned mother, as a concerned community member, you are worried. And so we tend to force the children to feed. Some put the children in between their legs, you know, and then force them to. But I'll draw your attention to something. Even as an adult, there are 3 things that do not give you the right to force feed someone. Even as an adult, if you don't like food, you are either going to spit it out or you are going to avoid it totally. And secondly, I would like the listeners to try swallowing twice in quick succession. You realize that it is not possible. You would need to take a break. And thirdly, everyone who is eating needs to be able to catch a breath. And so when you are forcing a child to eat, if you are holding the nostrils, you know, and pouring the food into it, you don't give the child the space to breathe. And in that process, food can end up going into the lungs and then causing all the problems we have.
So, in effect, just to wrap it up, because of our time, what should we do? You're saying we shouldn't force children to eat. What else?
So, apart from the force feeding, another thing is the practice of inducing vomiting when a child takes in something suspected to be toxic. For instance, we have commonly bleach. We have bleach at home, or engine. We had a child who came in with an injection of engine oil, and then the relatives induced with palm oil, and then the child vomited and it went to the lungs. That's the second. And then the last thing is that sometimes we feed children in the poor position. Ideally, when you are feeding, your head is supposed to be above every other part of your body. Like you can see a child lying down and eating, or sometimes the child is even sleeping. The parents are forcing the child to feed. And so those are the other causes of the non-medical causes of aspiration pneumonia.
Great. And so, let's wrap it all up. Are you having any program as part of this whole campaign?
Yes.
Share it with us.
So it's a nationwide campaign. We've started in Kolebu. We've already had a lunch. We've had a float. And then we are spreading the message and teaching people not to force feed their children. And most importantly, because of the time, I'll just share these two important things. First of all, don't ever force your child to feed, because if your child is not feeding, there might be a reason why the child is not feeding. Either the child is now learning to tolerate the food you are introducing, or the child doesn't like the texture of the food, So do not force your child. Secondly, don't ever give palm oil to induce vomiting, because whatever substance you are afraid of will cause harm to the child will come back up again, introducing the airway or introducing the food pipe to the same toxin again. And then if it ends up in the lung, it's going to be a grave disaster. And so the campaign Protect My Little Lungs is going to go on. It's something that we plan to continue in all the other regions. We started in Accra, like I said. We've had a float on Tuesday, and we went to Makola Market, educating the people on this. And everybody falls victim to it. And so it's very important to us. We would also share that we are doing it in collaboration with the Pediatric Society of Ghana, educating all our mothers, and our grandmothers especially, not to force feed our children. Thank you.
Dr. Emmanuel Gilbert Ahulu, who's Senior Medical Officer, Pico Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Thank you so much for making time to join us this morning. And that'll be all from us this morning here on the Super Morning Show on behalf of the team led by Sami Odami. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Winston.